DC Comics is dominating San Diego Comic-Con, and we've got one more day to go. And Saturday hasn't even happened yet, and DC has put Marvel in the pig pen. Okay? They're in the corner. This is one of the most dominant San Diego Comic-Cons I have ever seen from any publisher.
When
It's
you say
hard
that,
to believe.
when you say the corner, Sean, were you saying like putting the cuck chair? Like San Diego Comic Con and DC are kind of doing their thing, and Marvel's just like, I got Venom.
It's like that meme. Like
That meme.
that meme.
It's real life to some people, Sean. It's real to me, damn it.
um this has been an incredible San Diego Comic-Con so far for one publisher, and
Yeah.
an interesting San Diego Comic-Con for another. We're going to get into all of the DC and Marvel announcements and the other compelling announcements. We are going to be joined by Marco here in a little bit, and potentially a special guest a little after that. We'll see how things go. But we're going to have fun today, because not only are we talking about all the San Diego Comic-Con announcements so far. Again, we can't talk about things that haven't happened yet. But we're going to
Sure
talk
we
about we're going to talk about that. And we've also got some memberships to give away. We haven't given away our memberships for the month, so we got that to do.
Yeah.
And if we get to our goal, we'll play the GOAT or WOTE game. So, and helping us get to the goal already, we've got Jet X2 with the 5 spot. Shout out to Mr. and Mrs. Zay for welcoming baby Zay to the world yesterday. Most important news from the weekend. I agree. I agree.
Yeah.
Congratulations,
friend of the show, the youngest pal
to the Zays. Is Pat Zay the youngest pal?
Well, I meant the one that was just born.
Oh yes, absolutely, absolutely. And before that, it was Amy's Catherine's child.
Yeah.
And if it isn't Marco drinking some anonymous drink.
Oh, the morning sludge.
Hello?
He's working on it.
Okay. Atomic Hound with the 49.99. DC with their foot pinned to the gas pedal and full go. Just when you think they can't top what they are doing, they pretty much say, hold my beer and watch this. Shout out to the pals and the best comics community ever. Thank you so much, Hound, for dropping that bomb on us. I love that. Tyler, bomb, please.
Oh, what bomb? Damn it. Sorry. I clicked the wrong one.
Oh, man. Oh, my goodness. Thank you so much, Hal, for the bomb. Okay, let's kick things off. We are going to start with DC. DC has had a few panels already. The DC Next Level panel. We learned a lot. We learned a lot about what Next Level has in store. Obviously, we've seen a bunch of Next Level titles already, but this was the next salvo. This was the books that we've been thinking like, okay, where are the creative teams for this? These have been announced for a while. When can we expect them? We got pretty much all of that here at these panels. So yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say it was like we went into this thinking DC had good news. I don't know about big news, but like good news, you know. And it's so far 2 days in out of a 4-day weekend, they've already hit that, you know, and we still haven't even gotten to the absolute panel.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you're absolutely correct. Sorry, I got distracted by the fact that CW Gordon says they haven't heard the soundboard in a couple weeks.
Well, you're not in the Discord then, because I've been using it on Discord, even though the mods have banned the Discord integrated soundboard. You can't stop me. Oh, he lives.
I live. Can you hear me?
It's a little echoey, but you're fine. Yeah.
All right. Technology is not my friend today.
Unfortunate, especially coming from you.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
From
integrated inside of you.
I know, dude.
And plus, you wake up at
sometimes
like 5 a.m. on Saturdays. You had plenty of time.
the AI just sometimes doesn't want to work.
Yeah. You just might need to
Tyler with the
like,
sneak diss.
sorry, I can't, you know how I am with the stuff like this. I can't help him to be a little bit of a dick.
I thought it would work just like last time. I come in, I set up, and it's fine. And
That's not how
didn't.
technology works.
It,
I don't do that. I stream the show every week. My computer is ready at night. It's ready at night, and then I put it in a spot, and I don't move anything, and then I still wake up a half hour before to test.
This is my second backup, by the way. I have another backup just in case this failed.
Gotta have a plan D.
That's good.
Well, always gotta have a plan D.
Flo Dameron with the 9.99 says, "Inshallah, we make it to San Diego Comic-Con next year, brothers."
Inshallah,
Listen,
Inshallah, dude.
what if we all of us that are doing this here creation thing? What if we all pool? The three of us,
Ooh.
Flo, maybe BJ.
We get an Airbnb, that has a pool in it.
I'd like that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind. That's in the budget.
That was
Mark doesn't care. He's not looking at the numbers. It's vibes-based budgeting. Yeah.
love it.
We can make it work.
All right, let's jump into DC's side of things. And let's start with the obvious. Let's start with the thing that we knew was going to happen. And when I say new, I don't just mean rumor and innuendo. I don't just mean little hints here or there. I mean, the three of us knew it. I mean that a lot of other people knew it, including exactly who you're thinking about. They all knew, okay? Stephanie Williams, Kari Randolph, Vixen. It's real. It's happening. They announced it at the Next Level panel of San Diego Comic-Con. Here's what Stephanie Williams had to say. 2 long years. I remember sharing on Threads that I had a Vixen pitch that was burning a hole in my drafts. What if Rihanna decided to be a superhero, but not Tyra Banks? And she is going to be a detective in the DC universe with her own investigative company, McCabe International. That's very interesting. Stephanie has gone hard for years. She said it herself, 2 years, that this whole thing got started for her. And here we are. That's a journey. That's an odyssey in its own right. That now is, I guess, over in the sense that the book is real.
Yeah. Comic books worst kept secret. This is it's like there's a lot of things that are just really cool here. There's a weird thing to kind of with how open Stephanie's been with this book and wanting to do this book. It's kind of weird seeing it like happen behind the scenes on stage. Do you know what I mean? Like we've seen her like first reach out to Marquise on Threads. Like that thread exists. Marquise actually retweeted it or rethreaded it. Is that what you call it? I don't know. So like we can see like even like the pitch is online essentially, like in public. And Stephanie's kind of had tweets here and there. I think she like put on Threads like looking up the age of a DC character real quick for a reason, and then she mentions at San Diego Comic-Con that Vixen is going to have a love interest who's a superhero to see if it makes sense. So like she's almost been like publicly working on this. But we didn't know it was coming.
Yeah.
So it's really cool, and then she has like a passion for this. Because I'll be honest, Vixen is a character that I like in concept, but that's as far as it's gotten. The most I've gotten out of Vixen was Kelly Thompson's Birds of Prey, and even then, she's only a character in like 1 or 2 arcs. So for me, this is like I feel like I'm getting into someone's fandom in a way, because Stephanie's so passionate about it. And to be fair, the people who are, aligned with Stephanie and supporting her are big fans of Vixen too. So it's cool to kind of feel that.
It's cool to feel the support. It's cool to feel finally it's coming out. Finally we can talk about it. And I think it's also one of those situations where, because like you're saying, we all kind of were waiting for it to hop. You know, this was always going to be the big moment, and I'm glad that it's getting received so well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. And, doubling down, everybody who has talked about, DC's lack of black characters with, mainline, in continuity, solo series. I have to genuinely think that through because all the
Yeah.
fucking caveats. Um, but for everyone who talked about that and for everybody who was angry about that, now you have to put your money where your mouth is.
Yeah.
Now
Yeah.
you have to go out and support this book. I was always gonna buy it, but now I'm like, shit, I might just fuck around and buy two. Like I might just fuck around and see a really great cover and pick that up as well.
I
Yeah.
will say Chris and BJ have been telling me that they're going to go crazy with the variants for this, like with black artists. So
They
Speaking of
should.
BJ Kicks is trying to join the stream
Oh,
right now.
oh,
ooh, look at this timing.
So why don't we get ready for our special guest, Mr. BJ Kicks, who is in the whip.
He's sideways.
Oh man, it's sideways in the whip.
That's fine.
What up, BJ?
What's up? What's up?
Wow.
You know, when I asked to join the show, for whatever reason, it started at 11 in my head. And then I open up my YouTube app and I'm like, oh snap, they're already live.
That's fine. That's fine.
You haven't missed anything. We're actually just starting the Vixen topic, so
Dope,
Jeez.
dope.
Two BJ twice in 1 week. What is this? My honeymoon?
Oh, that's crazy. That is that is wild.
clip that.
BJ, your cousin, she won.
Yeah, she won the next level competition for sure. So yeah, first of all, I mean, as it has been said, this is clearly the worst kept secret in comics. The way that so many of us have known that this series was coming, but like no one knew exactly how far in development it was. I got some information about a month ago that I was like, okay, well, this is clearly definitely happening. I saw an early prelim of that Kari Randolph cover that they showed yesterday. And so I was like, okay, cool. Like this book is happening. And so I'm excited that it's finally out. I think, first of all, the announcement that it's an ongoing is amazing. And I guess every book is ongoing until it's not. So that'll just ultimately depend on fan support. But yeah, man, it's a great day. I'm excited.
This feels like a long time coming. Stephanie started talking about it 2 years ago. And this is an example of a way that you can kind of manifest something in the space of comics. It's not the only time we've seen this, but it's certainly the most prominent time we've seen it in a long time, where a creator just kind of campaigns and uses social media to their advantage to get the job that they want.
Can you think of a time that's happened before? Like I can't even think of one.
It's funny. The most immediate thought that I had wasn't comics. It was Ryan Reynolds with the Deadpool film.
Oh, fair.
Like
Oh, sure,
fair.
But yeah, I'll have to think on that.
I was thinking, but it was more fan led, but like Omega Men, bringing that back with Tom King.
Yeah.
But different, but in the sense that a outside force helped encourage enough conversation that there was an interest from a publisher.
What outside force are we referring to?
In that case, fans. But I think to the specific point in Stephanie's case, a creator that was so excited, so impassioned, and really, really wanted to help drive the force of bringing a book to life.
There's a comment here I love, and it's so true. Dan Trudeau says, I can't believe phone technology is so good now that BJ can do this and the audio quality isn't garbage. Whoa,
Yeah,
whoa.
for real. Like I don't hear anything.
Yeah, except when Sean wants to stream by himself. That's when everything goes to crap.
Well,
That's true.
yeah.
That is true, but I wasn't on my phone, to be fair. Now we learned that Kari Randolph is going to be the artist joining Stephanie Williams for this. I think that he's a great choice.
Yeah. Yeah. Didn't Kari work on previously Static? Was it like a? I forget it's not the most
Kari
recent
did
one.
the covers. Kari did the covers of the most recent Static runs, New 52.
Yes.
And the Milestone Returns.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
that New 52 #1 Static cover. That's Kari, I believe.
Okay, that's good to know. Also, BJ, I don't know if you know this. I'm learning it myself right now. You are actually referenced in the Bleeding Cool article that features this announcement. They directly quote your interview with Stephanie from March.
Are you saying I should take credit? Should I say you're welcome?
No. All right. Don't call me a
Yeah, I
hoe
think
while you're
so.
at it.
It's a French hoe. It's a French hoe. It works.
Got it.
Look, we've talked about the potential of this series so frequently already. Now it's time for us to just sort of feel good about it and go buy it when it releases, you know.
Yep.
There were a lot of people talking a lot of shit a month ago or whatever about how, you know, there needed to be a boycott and everything else. And I'm telling you, I told you that, I'm telling you now, the same people who said that knew this book was coming. So anybody who's trying to take credit right now for this is fucking bullshitting, because the book was already going to happen. It was already happening. And behind the scenes, we all knew that. So again, the grift is strong with certain people. Don't fall for the banana in the tailpipe. This book had nothing to do with any boycott or anything like that. That's not how comics work.
Yeah.
The screenshots tell the story if you read them. I don't know, I don't know why they wouldn't read the screenshots before they post them, but it's all right there in the message. But hey, anyway, this isn't that.
Yeah. I just needed to make sure that everybody knows what the situation really is.
The timelines involved.
Exactly.
Yeah, comics doesn't work that way. You know, like this has been like even I think at the panel they mentioned how like technically this has started 2 years ago. And that could be like Stephanie, you know, started writing the pitch 2 years ago. That could, you know, they could be dramatizing the actual time frame here. But like it didn't start in February.
Yeah. to all of a sudden get here.
Right. I don't think that this book not being in the opening salvo is an issue.
And
Next level.
I don't want to discredit the support that the Dakota incident got either. I think that was actually really awesome support. And I think what fans did there, and even content creators, was really good to kind of put that fire under fans' asses to go and get that book. But
and
I don't know if it lines up. Like that's not to discredit one or the other. You know what I mean? But yeah, you know who the credit should be going to? The writer, the artist, the editors, really. The people behind the scenes that are actually putting out the book.
So just to, you know, we're all here for balanced takes, right? The truth of the matter is all of these irons were in the fire to varying degrees, right? The groundswell of support around the Dakota incident and then the subsequent hashtag and boycott all certainly did help keep those irons in the fire. I think the conversation being loud on social media was certainly a help. And while both of these projects have been in the works, one was certainly accelerated by just the fact that there was so much conversation around representation or the lack thereof at DC. But as you said, all the credit for these things happening should go to the creatives involved, not the least of which being the editors who kept bringing these ideas. Like, so I don't know how far in the weeds we want to go. But when Tate Bromball was announced on Titans, they posted a whole, you know, soliloquy about like how excited they were to make this happen, and how from the very beginning of them pitching their idea, the editor, Marquise, said, and we'll bring Static in the next arc. Right. So it's like, and that's before the Dakota incident comes out. So there's been a slow trickle of like, all right, let's kind of kick this idea around to make sure there's an on-ramp for Static at some point. And now we're seeing that come into fruition. And we're getting the announcement earlier, but the book was going to happen on the book's schedule always.
Yeah. And I think that's a good point that, even off the success of the Dakota incident, that book was planned the same way that to you what you're saying, Tate's taking over and showcasing of the character was planned, and that in and of itself takes time. A longer timeline than what is being potentially claimed or bandwagoned.
And the Dakota incident happening takes planning.
Exactly. Yeah. There's foresight. DC is moving with such like X number of months and X number of years.
They have to. That's just the way that the business works.
Yep.
The Dakota incident planning started basically immediately after the Shadow Cabinet series.
Yep.
Ended. So I think that puts us in early 2025, if I remember correctly.
Wow. See? Yeah, I mean, these things happen on such a long timeline. And comics are fast compared to other forms of entertainment, but it still takes a while. And schedules have to line up and all these different factors. DC Crane with the 10 spot. What DBZ moment does this feel like? I'm going with when Trunks chopped Frieza in half without breaking a sweat. Looking forward to the show, and thanks for always making our weekends brighter, pals. Thanks, DC Crane. What moment does this feel like? I mean, for me, it feels like when Goku went Super Saiyan. Stephanie Williams went Super Saiyan. That's what's happening here.
For me, it feels like some people on social media, it feels like when Yamcha got jumped out and they're laying in the
I was gonna go with that first time Goku uses instant transmission, and everybody's like, "Wait, he can do that?"
Hell yeah, Marco.
The first Tenkaichi tournament, and Goku nearly winning.
Okay, all right. Isaac Tracy with the 2, but aren't the pals? Sorry.
I was just the fact that we all have a go-to DBZ moment. I'm like, are we just nerds?
Yeah,
that was a little strange.
That was an accurate question to give us. We're men of a certain age. Let's be real.
I honestly didn't think that any of you had watched it.
GBZ?
Yeah.
Oh, buddy. I was about to make a Chaozu reference.
Wow. All right. Good.
I don't know a black man of my age that has not watched Dragon Ball Z and did not watch it faithfully every day at 5 p.m.
Yo, black people love Dragon Ball Z. That's so true. We really do. I don't know what it is. Piccolo, probably.
And white people be like Naruto. I feel like white people love Naruto.
That's a different generation. That's after the Dragon Ball phase.
Who was it? It wasn't Marco, but I heard someone say that. No, of course it wasn't Marco. I heard someone say that they grew up in another country, and the only thing that they could watch that was in English that helped them learn the language was Dragon Ball.
That's crazy. I actually watched it in Spanish. So
really? What?
Yeah, because they used to do it on like a Telemundo type, and that's how I would watch it. So I knew the theme song, but in Spanish.
Sing it for us.
I don't recall. I can't pull that out, but I remember growing up being like, wow, everyone's speaking Spanish here. I didn't know anime came like that.
Isaac Tracy with the 2 spot, but aren't the pals some stupid motherfuckers though? Yeah.
We are.
Sure thing.
Certified.
Izzy's issues with the 2 spot. Already reorganized my pull list to make room. Wow. Early on it. Good. Hayden's hideout with the 5. Goodbye, Detective, Deadpool, Deathstroke, and Hyde Street. Hello, Vixen, Static, Shadow of the Bat, Jonah Hex, and the Demon. You guys are meticulous about your pull list. I gotta get like you, Hayden. Damn.
It's I don't even know what my pulse looks like, which is actually I know what it physically looks like. It's the digital that's a mystery to me.
I can't keep track of it.
You got those. You just hit subscribe to series, right? And then it's just like it's out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah.
Is there even a way to check everything? It's got to be.
You can.
Okay.
Yeah, you can check.
Hey, Maddie, I see you. Everyone has watched it, Sean. I don't know that. I don't know that everybody has watched Dragon Ball Z, but I'm happy to hear that my pals here have, because otherwise we just couldn't be friends. How
Didn't Osama bin Laden have Dragon Ball Z on his hard drive when he was in the cave? No, in the compound.
Is that a joke or
no? It's not. No, it's
real.
It might have been Naruto actually. I forget, but it is.
It was an anime.
He did have anime on his hard drive.
I heard Muhammad Atta was watching Dragon Ball Z during the flight.
No, not saying that was his in-flight entertainment, Sean.
Oh my God.
Marco's Googling him right now because Marco wasn't alive yet.
Okay, all right, let's continue. So next up, we got another announcement that had sort of been, I don't know if leaked is the right word, but figured out ahead of this panel, and that is that Cody Ziglar is going to be joining over at DC Comics for the new Static series. This is a part of the Next Wave Phase 2. It doesn't have a release date yet, and I don't see an artist attached. I don't know that there was an artist. Oh no, there was.
Yeah.
It's the one Diego Orlotegui.
Yes, from
JSA.
Yes. Yeah, that hyped me up. That was really cool.
He did the Dakota Incident cover A as well. That's him. So you can see his Static already, which is pretty freaking rad.
Is this the first Cody book at DC?
Yeah, so Cody going to DC is a big deal. Because he was one of those guys at Marvel that was like kind of like he worked with Dennis Camp on the Ultimate Incursion, right? Because that was like also a Miles Morales, which Cody Ziglar was pretty prolific actually at Marvel in terms of like a book that kept actually going. Like we joke about what's an ongoing. Cody Ziglar's Miles Morales was an ongoing. Like that was going on for a while. And Cody even wrote for the MCU. Like he was one of the writers' room for She-Hulk. So like he had his feet in Marvel / DC. I mean Disney. So seeing DC snag him kind of is a big deal. Because that feels like a company snagging another competitor's creative, really.
I would hazard. I'd be wary of snagging until we get like a contract in place. I feel like
the exclusive announcement.
Yeah. I could only just because I think it is smart for a creator to be playing in all of the sandboxes as much as possible. So I think if anything, the room that has been granted here by DC for Next Level is come with us with your pitches, come with us and we'll try to make something work. And I think if this is the case, if this is the plan, then this is a smart play on Cody's part. If we start seeing his name on other books, on other titles, let's say they start doing stuff with the rest of Milestone or characters associated, then I'm like, okay, maybe there was some further conversation.
This could just be a Williamson doing Iron Man situation.
You know?
Sure.
That's true. I think I see it just slightly differently in the sense that Williamson's probably not bored, but like wanting to stretch his legs and do some Marvel stuff, whereas Cody Ziglar is a young upstart talent. Not even upstart. He's kind of establishing himself. And BJ's coming right back.
Yep.
And here we go. He's back. And I think that, it would have done Marvel really well to continue to cultivate Cody and give him more titles. And not to say that they're not, but Dennis Camp started at Marvel, saw the awesomeness of DC, went over there, and now is exclusive. So that makes me worried for Marvel that Cody is now doing this over there.
And I was shout out to Chris Covers Comics, who's in the chat. He was doing kind of a live stream yesterday while these announcements are going on. So it gave me something to do at work while I fetched emails about my job ending all remote work. But Chris made a good point, whereas like Cody Ziglar was kind of an unknown quantity at DC. Like Morgan Hampton is something that I think a lot of people were expecting to do something like this. And Near mentions like, I wonder if Morgan Hampton is on like a hardware icon or Rocket. It's a possibility. But Cody was a surprise to me.
Yeah. And, I don't know what the timeline is on getting Cody for this book, being that we don't even have like, any sort of preview art. It feels like it's fairly recent. I also was expecting Morgan Hampton, really just because I know this is like a pet project for him, something it was like a dream project for him. And, there's been rumblings that he's going to be writing something. I don't know if it's for DC or another publisher, but I think when I saw those rumblings, I just assumed it was static and that we'd get the announcement later in the year. So yeah, I don't know what Morgan is doing or when Cody got involved. It does feel though like Cody Ziglar gets the benefit, or excuse me, DC gets to benefit from Marvel just kind of being an editorial transition, because letting a talent like that go after such a successful Miles run feels like a fumble. And maybe it's something that you don't fumble if you actually have both eyes on the ball,
Yeah.
I mean,
agree. Go ahead.
Their eyes are behind the scenes right now. It really is. And like Stephen Wacker had his first, editor-in-chief panel yesterday, where he was editor-in-chief. So like they are in a real transitory period. And I believe Cody is out west already physically. So being near DC and being near all that already is probably, good for him. So it does feel like Marvel's, they're working on so much stuff behind the scenes that nothing can really be seen in the public eye just yet. And that's letting things fall through the cracks.
I think something that is interesting, though, is the way we view Cody versus like the way we view Stephanie Williams. Mm-hmm. Like, if I'm not mistaken, they both had their first big 2 published work in the same Marvel Voices special. Like, well, Cody's might have been like the one before, but still, like, they debut within a year of each other, and we view Cody as like this established talent because he had this ongoing Miles book. Steph's probably got way more issues under her belt, but this will be her first time writing an ongoing series at the big 2, which is insane.
Yeah,
it is insane. It feels overdue. But this is the kind of book that you need under your belt. You need, and I feel like almost every creator who I love has one ongoing that they did with a character that's not obscure. Vixen's not obscure, but is like a C level character where you can do sort of what you want. Editorial doesn't care as much about what happens with a Vixen title. So you can stretch your legs and really do something great and then get that next opportunity where you go a level up. That's what I'm hoping is the case with that. And frankly, that's what I'm hoping is the case with this static book for Cody as well, because Cody Ziglar can do more. For so long, he's been the Miles guy. And now that that's over, I really hope that he can do multiple books. I know he was doing Deadpool as well, but I would love to see him stretch his legs even further.
Yeah.
I want to acknowledge MJ Looney, who's been a channel member with us for 18 months at the VI Pal tier. Thank you, brother. DC are killing it at the moment, and it's great to see. The only Marvel announcement I cared about was Jason Aaron writing an Indiana Jones book. Wow, he's getting around. That's amazing.
The Indiana Jones book drawn by Aaron Cooter, too, which was actually one of the sneak Marvel announcements. 5-issue mini, though.
I didn't even see that announcement, actually, but that's great. That's awesome.
I think it was in like a
Now-
Lucasfilm panel, so that's probably why you didn't see it.
BJ, I know that you really wanted to talk about those two announcements. Are you trying to head out, or what do you want to do?
Am I muted? I'm here. All right.
You're good.
Yeah, I'm here for until I'm not.
Okay,
Yeah.
Sure.
all right,
Yeah.
no problem, man.
I like when you say that.
Then he just
So funny.
disappears, and I have to find my new scene switch.
Sorry, man. I do
That's
try to
fine,
give
it's
a
fine.
warning.
That's part of
I
the fun for me.
appreciate it. Yeah.
Now, there were plenty of other announcements made from DC's side of things, and we're going to get into those now. There's been a big question mark in terms of where Dennis Camp and Javi Rodriguez were going to land, because we knew that after Absolute Martian Manhunter, they were going to work together again on a DC project. We just didn't know what it was going to be. We also knew it was a next level title. And increasingly, next level titles were being claimed.
Yeah.
And we all thought they were going to be doing Doom Patrol. Then that wasn't the case. And so then a lot of us were like, well, then it has to be Shadow of the Bat, because just by process of elimination. And that's where we arrived. Dennis Camp, Javi Rodriguez, Shadow of the Bat. That's their next title. It is going to be in canon. According to the Bleeding Cool article, it will see Bruce Wayne Batman dealing with a large factory explosion in an abandoned Ace Chemicals factory, the same one that created the Joker, and releasing psychogenic chemicals. Batman has to go in and deal with the new threats that come out of it, with a lot of new characters who are all basically living in the shadow of the Bat, but intended to complement what Matt Fraction and Tom Taylor are doing in their series. Okay.
I
Pick of the year?
can pick of the year already.
Pick of the year already? I'm calling it. I'm right now. This is crazy. You're telling me psychogenic chemicals, Javi Rodriguez on art, Dennis Camp writing his brain off. Easy. We found the book, guys. I'm sold.
I'm excited to see Dennis Camp write the book that stars a billionaire.
It's true.
Uh,
No, I mean, I'm all for it, because Dennis Camp has not written a bad book in my eyes.
No.
I think I may have bat fatigue, which is weird because Batman is my favorite. But here we are.
You're a fan now. Yes.
You finally transitioned to his the next stage of comic book fan, bat fatigue. Don't worry, by next year you'll have the MCU fatigue. You'll get it all. I'm kind of with you, because like part of me feels like yes, I'm gonna pick up this book. Yes, I'm excited for it. Yes, I think they're gonna fucking kill it. But like there's a part of me that's like, what is Shadow of the Bat? Like I understand the title of it in the pitch. Like it's all the fallout of things regarding Batman and people living within that. But it'd be cool to see if it was just Batman, if it was Detective Comics, like, you know what I mean? Like that would be cool, because now this is just like this kind of other book. And I know Shadow of the Bat was a big thing in the 90s, but I don't know the reasoning for the title other than like they needed another Batman book. So I'm with you, BJ, in the fact that there's so many Batman titles. Like this is a spoiler, or maybe not, potentially Eisner Award winning, we'll get to it later in the show, creative team that should be like a book proper,
I'm pumped.
Yep.
I think that these two together haven't missed, and I like the fact that they're going to be on a book that's probably more grounded, probably more, probably less heady. There was nothing wrong with that in Absolute Martian Manhunter, but I definitely want a different flavor in that regard from these two. I'm excited to see what they would bring to Batman. Batman is a character who we've seen just about everything with. So anytime that you can get a creative team that brings something a little weird to the table, like Ram V's run wasn't everyone's cup of tea. I liked it because it was fucking weird.
Oh yeah, it's different.
Yeah, it was different, and Batman doesn't get different too much. So that's the part of this that gets me most excited.
We do always talk about how Batman is probably the most malleable of the characters in terms of the kind of book you can do.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, Atomic out here, and I knew he would come here with the clutch history here. The original Shadow of the Bat was meant to be a psychological horror slant on the Batman mythos. So this sounds like a perfect follow up.
Wow. Okay.
Hell yeah.
Okay. Yeah, then that makes more sense to me.
And I think this is another Bat book. And I think BJ, your fatigue is fair. But I think something that DC's been doing really, really well recently has been these sort of little side stories. Um, you know, uh, the oh my god, now I'm blanking on the name, but
Describe it. Split charades.
the 12 issues,
Dark
that one.
patterns.
Yes, Dark
Yeah.
Patterns. Thank you so much.
Walmart.
Like that ended up being, a really big success off the back of a different take, a different flavor, different creators. And so this feels like, yes, we're gonna put out another Bat book, but we learned the right lesson off of a creative led feature.
Well, think about like even how this book was announced. Like this was not at the Next Level panel. I think they talked about it at the Next Level, but it was announced at the Deniz Camp and Friends panel. Like the creator focused panel is where this book gets announced. So they get to do this exclusive.
Yeah, I'm into this. I am definitely into this. I don't know any more details though, as far as if this is going to be a short or an ongoing. I got to imagine that it's going to go on as long as they feel like.
Yeah,
It's also the kind of thing where you could possibly switch the creative team.
It's also like it's not Martian Manhunter. So it feels like if they want to tell 12 issues, they can have that in the bank, like to know what they're going to, like to know where their end is going to be. Because it's a Batman book. It's safe. Which actually, there is a part of me like, yes, Batman fatigue BJ. But also it's like, here's a creative team that I love. And now they're on a book that has less likelihood of being canceled. So they can have fun with this. They have a longer runway to play around with.
Yeah, that's true. I shouldn't position it like, okay, it's bat fatigue, so I don't want to invest in this. It's more so like, what bat book am I going to give up to read this one? Because this is also coming off the heels of like Bad Seeds, where Batman is about to be essentially weekly. And they're going to tell you you can just pick up whatever you want to pick up. But at some point, you're going to want to pick up everything.
Yeah.
And maybe that's just a me problem. But it's like, I'm not going to not buy Matt Fraction's Batman. I could probably dip in and out of Detective Comics, but it's like, do I need 3 or more Bat books on my pull list alongside Absolute Batman? Because that's not going anywhere. I don't know. I think Batman as a character, there's room for that many different takes. Yeah. I feel like just reading in practice on a weekly basis, I feel like there's not that much room for that much Batman at the same time.
I mean, that's not even talking about the secondary Gotham titles, like Gotham, like GCPD that's coming out, and the Gotham Central, hospital book that's coming out. That woman's still happening.
So like they're doing General Hospital.
Yeah.
Or excuse me, Gotham General.
Yeah, which stars Anarchy, or was he in the GCPD one? I don't know. There's a lot though. There's a ton.
We got 214 people rocking with us live right now. Thank you all so much for that. That's an incredible number. Smash the like button if you are messing with what we're doing this morning. If you are hyped for San Diego Comic-Con, let's feel it. I want to feel it. That's a lot of people to be chilling with us and talking about San Diego Comic-Con. That's a testament to how strong comics are right now.
And if you're there, let us know. Like if you're in the chat or in line waiting for something, let us know at San Diego.
Don't go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
I've heard tell about those bathrooms.
Oh no, really?
Yes.
Oof.
The secret of the bathrooms that are safe to use is tightly held by the people who know it. Because there are some bathrooms that are secluded and others that are not.
Ooh. I just pull like a no con and I just go in the crowd.
Oh,
you know about that? There's been a serial list of reports from a No Kahan concert of people just like not going to the bathroom and just doing it in their seats.
Like at a marathon?
No. Oh well, yeah, actually, yeah. Except in a Philadelphia amphitheater. You know what I mean? Like
that's disgusting.
Where like
raise these people.
Noah Kahan at the next show had to like call people out. Like mid-set, be like, hey, if you guys got to use the bathroom, make sure you go.
I'm going to lose my place, though.
But, hey, if you're in line, stay in line.
Wear a diaper, at least.
That's what I'm saying. There's tools for this.
Yeah.
You
I know.
got to get into that Hall H panel, all right? You got to do what you got to do. You got to see Blade get fully revealed tonight. Do not leave line.
I cannot see myself willingly peeing into a diaper and then just continuing.
I don't know if I could. I don't know if I can physically do that. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't think my
Right.
muscles will let me do that.
What?
All of a
We've
sudden,
all been there.
Tyler gets
No, we have
quiet,
not.
kind of angles off, shuffles off.
No,
to the
it's
side
when
a
I
little.
start yapping incessantly. Then you know, I'm trying to hide it. If I start coughing and it sounds real fake.
There were a couple more DC Next Level based announcements. These are both a little less of a sure thing than I think the other ones we've talked about. We've known for a while that the Demon book was coming because it was one of the first books announced. And we've known for a while that James Harren was writing it and drawing it because Scott Snyder said it a long time ago.
Yeah, like
So
it was like a walk and talk with comic tropes, right?
I don't remember exactly, but he's not been shy. He's not been shy at all about where this is coming from. So we're getting it. It's happening. James Harren on the Demon. I don't really know anything other than that it's going to be occurring.
This one actually has pages, which was really nice to see. Like two of them actually have pages. And I don't know if you guys ever checked out Rumble by Harren, image book. Like this guy can do demonic monsters. Like that's his jam. So like another one of these books where DC Next Level is pairing up a character who Etrigan C tier, I think that's safe.
Yeah.
Is with a creator that just can do that character and has an affinity to that character. So they're taking a chance with the book, but not taking a chance with the creator. The creator's kind of a sure bet, this pairing. So it's going to be really cool to see what this book winds up being.
The pages looked awesome for this thing. I'm excited for the art, for the style, for the just the energy here.
Abhinav, you're barking up the wrong tree, dummy. We didn't support the blackout, and you are clearly not someone who should be a part of this group. So we're just going to go ahead and make you not a part of the group. You can go about your day on someone else's channel. Thank you. Goodbye. Yeah. So I don't care about the Demon, and James Harren is very talented, but just not my cup of tea. So this announcement doesn't do a lot for me, but I do love it for those who it's for. It's just not for me. I will check it out, of course, but on its face, it's like, okay, cool. I just don't really react too much to this one.
That's fair. It's not a character that I think has a place in current like DC space, and so this is a very much like a niche.
I hope they canonize the Swamp Thing 89 origin for Etrigan that I guess technically isn't canon because those issues never actually came out. Where Etrigan is the son of what is it? Bale, the demon Bale, and Mary Magdalene.
Something like that. Yeah.
Zaid Comics with the 5 spot. Super hyped for the Demon. Saw some of the art at Heroes Con. He better rhyme. Side note, has anyone been watching X-Men 97? It's pretty dope.
It is pretty dope.
It is.
Shout out to Zaid Comics. I have their anthology right there. It's in the middle of that stack.
Hell yeah. Have you gotten the chance to check it out?
I thumbed through it. The art is really cool. There's a lot of different styles in there. But I have not. To say I've read it would be a lie.
Okay. That's
Look
cool.
at Atomic out here calling a shot, saying the Demon Eisner 2027.
Whoa.
That's possible.
Listen, we got to run back Best Writer next year, so we'll see how things go after Vixen.
Word. I hear that.
Was the leaked Eisner list, like, was that the actual list? Because I haven't looked for the winners for them.
It's lining up from what I've seen.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
I'm looking
tonight,
at.
right?
No, it happened last night.
It did. Oh,
Yeah.
We're gonna talk about it later.
Yeah.
That's a very weird situation. I I'm not sure if the leaks were real, but
What did
yeah.
the leak say as best writer, BJ? Do you remember?
Mariko Tamaki.
Then that's real. Yeah. So interesting.
That's not good.
No.
No, straight up. Apparently, Comic-Con posted the list of winners to their website by accident.
Yeah.
Like
been
days before the ceremony.
There's been a couple of those. IGN posted all the news from Marvel's next big thing panel an hour and a half before the panel started.
Whoops.
Dude, they gave everybody the opportunity to feel shitty about Marvel's announcements before Marvel actually made them.
Somebody was definitely in line being like, this is what I'm waiting for.
Oh, leaked news, Blade canceled. Oh no, Sean.
I hope not, man. I don't believe it. I think Mahershala Ali's gonna be on that stage tonight. That's what I think.
I'm just saying,
it's not happening.
You don't know
Kevin
that.
Feige is already on the Blade apology tour. Like,
he is. He called himself a stupid idiot, right? Or a freaking loser.
And watch how everybody's gonna feel tonight when that stupid idiot trots out Mahershala Ali on that damn stage.
I'm just
with
saying,
the teeth in.
Kefis, if you're listening, they just announced a One World Under Doom omnibus that would be extra funny to make Sean have to buy that.
I think it would be painful for Kefis to have to read that. So don't do that to yourself.
Look at it for sure.
I'm gonna buy it.
You're gonna buy it?
Wait, no, I'm buying Blood Hunt.
Oh, that's the better one.
I don't know that I'm buying One World Under Doom.
Is it better?
I think so. From an art standpoint, yeah.
Blood Hunt looked way better.
Well, Blood Hunt has like some serious stuff from Miles, and there's like a really good Black Panther mini wrapped up in there. One World, I tired out, so I don't really know how it was. I did finish reading the main event, but all the tie-ins, I don't know that I'm gonna buy that for all the tie-ins.
Not worth.
The best Jed McKay arc of Avengers was the Blood Hunt Titans, which had nothing to do with his main team. So I think Blood Hunt Titans actually aren't that bad. Pretty good.
The last of the next level announcements for now was Michael Walsh writing and drawing Jonah Hex. We knew Jonah Hex was coming, of course. We didn't know who was going to be on it, but again, process of elimination, there just weren't enough books left, so now we know.
Sure. Yeah.
And it's called Jonah Hex in the Shadow of Death. It's coming in October. The preview pages, they look like Michael Walsh preview pages, which is to say they look pretty damn good.
This is a Marco book.
Hell yeah, dude. I was pumped for this. I was already pumped for the fact that the announcement happened, but definitely Walsh being here, Silver Coin, man. Like that there were some flavors of, some Western bits. I'm forgetting what chapter at this point.
There definitely was a story in the Silver Coin that was like a cowboy thing. Yeah.
Yep. So perfect artist, perfect marriage. I'm sure here he's gonna have something to say, and he's good at saying those things.
Honestly, bro, the title got me excited.
Yep.
Like it just sounds like intriguing. I need to read that.
Meanwhile, when Marvel adds a secondary title to a book, I'm like, oh brother.
This guy stinks.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, this is a horror Jonah Hex book by Michael Walsh. I am susceptible to a Jonah Hex book by default. It's one of those like weird characters I will read a book about. I praise All-Star Western as being one of the best launch titles for New 52 that people don't talk about. So it's cool to kind of see that character get some play again. And I think Michael Walsh, especially the issues of Exquisite Corpses that he drew, and I believe he wrote some of those issues as well. Like I'm really impressed with his ability to do both. So I'm excited.
I don't know, man. Tyler being susceptible to a title about a Confederate war general. Not the allegations, sir.
Oh my god. Hashtag Tyler so white. Is that what you're trying to do,
No.
BJ? Tyler, I
Okay.
don't think the chat can hear that.
I gotta fix it then.
Yeah.
I gotta fix
Oh,
it. Hold on,
they're
let's
not
see.
here on the soundboard?
No, apparently not.
Let's see.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
I know. Shit's funny.
Let's see. Hold on. Oh, they're not. Oh, I know what I gotta do. Hold on. I'll fix it. I'll work on it behind the scenes.
While Tyler fixes it, that is all the next level announcements for now. There may be more to come, and maybe more to come down the line. Maybe New York will hear more about next level. We did hear about one more book though that we've got to talk about, and that is Batman of Two Worlds. Everyone has heard of Flash of Two Worlds. That's one of the most iconic stories in the history of DC.
I'm sorry, what's that one about? I hadn't heard that.
Flash of Two Worlds
No, I'm
is
joking.
when.
I'm joking.
Oh, okay.
He's like, mansplain it to me, Sean. Why don't you?
I want it to be helpful. But this is taking from that. It's got mainline Batman, and representing mainline Batman will be Matt Fraction on the writing side. And it's got absolute Batman, represented by Scott Snyder. They'll take their version of Batman and see what happens when they meet. On the art side of things, we've got Javi Fernandez, and I assume he'll be drawing the Matt Fraction mainline Batman portion, and then Nick Darrington, I assume, on the absolute portion. This will be out on Batman Day, which is the 19th of September. It'll be out everywhere. Got announced at the Gotham panel. How do you guys feel about DC doing this, pulling the trigger on this?
Are they officially crossing over, or is it just a book that has two stories in it of them each?
Reading the press release, it's two different stories.
Okay, so they're not the glass has not been broken.
The barrier persists.
Yeah, I feel like calling it Batman of Two Worlds is like an unnecessary hype button press.
A little misleading.
Yeah, because that Flash of Two Worlds was the first introduction of the multiverse,
Right?
and like those characters interacted, right? So this is not that. This seems more like, hey, Batman fans, welcome to Batman Day. Here's the two flavors that people are loving. Do you like Absolute? Here's this other Batman. Do you like this other Batman? Here's Absolute.
You know, go ahead.
I was gonna say, which isn't a bad thing, but the naming is a bit,
Suspect.
It's funny because I already was kind of like on this when I thought it was a crossover, just because it feels very early, even still, and like I don't know, that feels like a break glass thing. Hearing that they're not actually going to cross over then makes me go, well, what's the point of this? Which leads me to arrive at what Tyler said, which is the gimmick for Batman Day, and I'm kind of cold on that.
But I mean, at $2.99,
oh, that's a good point.
Price, I'm like, it's Nick Darrington and Javi Fernandez. These are not the regular series artists, so there's merit, there's value there to me. Like I'm curious. Okay, what does this art look like? We know each of these writers are capable of telling a good story. We know they're capable of good one or done in one stories. This is clearly a one shot. So, I mean, I don't know. Are we going to get like absolute Batman annual levels of hype? I don't know, but I'm very curious to see what comes of it.
Scripture here in the chat makes a good point. He says, I think they have the same problem in the story, but they're going to approach the solution in a different way. I think I remember Fraction talking about that too. So there is a bit of a storytelling gimmick that is interesting to see. And also like Nick Darrington, who actually posted some Absolute Batman art on his socials. I miss Nick Darrington. If you aren't familiar, Darrington did Bendis's best DC work, in my opinion, Batman Universe, the Walmart book.
He also faked all of us out. He did the first issue of the next Batman, and then left for, well, I won't disparage another artist, but he left the book after the first issue. And I was like, dang, that was quite the bait and switch, DC.
Yeah, Darrington's and he did Gerard Way's Doom Patrol. Like he's one of those guys like I've been waiting to see again. So yeah,
that POV like inside the Batmobile, Batman universe, Like, bro, that book
Yeah.
is beautiful.
Jonah Hex also in that book.
He was.
This also annoys me because they're gonna make it $2.99. Like that's such an acknowledgement that comics are too fucking expensive and they can do it when they want to.
They have $1
Like,
books coming out too, Sean.
yeah, we're about to talk about that. Like, it's just unreal.
But I mean, it's Batman Day. It's a retail holiday.
Yeah.
You get a bunch of people in the store that, you know, aren't used to spending $5, $6, $9 on the latest foil variant gimmick, right? So you got a chance to actually sell some people on some stuff, and then they're like, oh, I want what's this? And your shop, if they're smart, directs them right over there to the trades.
Yeah.
They should make a cardboard like display for this.
The standee.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
And my
Yo.
local comic shop should then give it to me afterwards.
Oh, I've been
Yo.
trying to get one for years from an LCS.
I ordered one because you can, if you see them solicited, you can ask your retailer to buy one
Oh.
for you. I ordered one, but it just happened to hit at a time where my shop was like changing ownership, and it just did not get delivered. But I'm kind of glad because now that I'm in this space, I'm like, where would I have put that thing?
I see a space right there. I see a space right there.
There is a spot that I would have made work, but yeah, because I'm like, if I can't get a spinner rack, like what's the next best thing? Life-size Dan Mora Batman with books inside.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yo, that's fire. I like that. You know what else I like? Comics that cost $1.
$1.
Back in my day, no, actually not back in my fucking day. Back in my
No.
day, comics did not cost $1. But so DC's got a new initiative that they're bringing out. DC Start Here.
Oh, is this
And-
like Image Firsts, but not Image because it's DC?
Yep.
Ah,
Absolutely. They're doing it with, and so it's very interesting because it's a savings for the reader, but it's also a saving for the retailer. So each one of these Start Here books is going to be available in bundles of 25 for just $12.50,
Ooh.
which amounts to 50 cents a copy. So you're making 50 cents on the dollar. If you're the retailer. And then the solicit says, in addition to the special edition single issues, purchasing at least one bundle of DC Start Here will unlock the ability to purchase the associated graphic novel at an additional 10% off, ensuring that new readers are able to smoothly transition from single issue to complete story. So here's how it's set up. And I love this. This is one of the most brilliant things I've seen.
Yeah.
Batman #1, Scott Snyder and Capullo, 52, right? New 52. Batman Volume 1, The Court of Owls, $16.99. That's not the compact version. So you're getting that bigger size for a slightly higher price point. Still lower than what this book traditionally costs, I think. I think it's
Yeah.
20.
Yeah.
So that's that one. Batman #1 by Tom King and David Finch. And you get Batman Volume 1, I Am Gotham, the trade, for $16.99. I love that story. It's a great story.
David Finch.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah. He saves a plane.
Batman stops a plane from
Yeah.
crashing.
Batman
That's
Dark
crazier than
Pattern.
jumping from the moon.
Batman Dark Patterns #1, which I'm kicking myself because that shit costs freaking not $1 when we bought it 2 years ago. You can get the Batman Dark Patterns trade for $30
Why does that
So-
trade cost so much?
because it's 12
It's the-
issues.
It's 12
the
issues.
whole-
It's
yeah,
double.
the whole series.
Yeah. So I guess that's what double what the volume ones were, and then in terms of page count or
Mm,
issue count, and then double in price. So like it tracks.
And some trades now are only 5 issues and not 6.
that's
Oh
true.
wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and then the last option is Batman White Knight #1, which is of course by Sean Murphy. And you get the Batman White Knight trade for $16.99.
And that's all of it, right? Batman White Knight.
That's all the initial White Knight story.
8
Yeah.
issues.
That's the best deal, I think, out of them.
I love that
it.
we're rebranding Sean Murphy.
Well, I mean, this money's going to be go towards
It's land.
pricing people out of a home, but it's fine.
Oh God, no! I was just saying, we're going from 3 names to 2. Like I like the 3 names,
Oh,
but apparently he's just trying to make his
sorry.
first and last name a thing.
I got too woke there, BJ. Sorry.
Apparently, yeah, man. Listen, he's trying to beat the Confederate allegations. I get it.
Yeah.
Steve Canaris, the 5 spot. Thank you, brother. The more innovative DC gets, the more likely Marvel will have to react to keep pace. Great times coming for all comics readers, and I definitely think Marvel will have a strong response inevitably. It's just not today. It's just not today.
It's not today. Does this count as innovation?
I don't know if it's innovation. I do think it's intelligent. I think it's a smart gimmick,
move.
but Image has done something very similar.
I think they should have just called it DC first. Like, if you're gonna steal the idea all the way.
Start here is the most idiot-proof branding. 2 words, declarative, big on the cover. I think this is great. The fact that it also discounts the trade is an insane, like what was David Gabriel doing? Why doesn't Marvel have something like this?
So I just took a look because I'm trying to understand what the MSRP is, but when I'm looking on something like Amazon, a Court of Owls is already at $16.99. So is the expectation that they're dropping it further on top of this?
No,
That's
they're
also
dropping
Amazon.
it for the retailer.
That's awesome.
The retailer gets 10% off the wholesale price, or so they're still gonna you still pay $16.99 unless your shop wants to pass those savings to you somehow.
I see. Okay.
And also Amazon prices, no offense to LCSs out there, will always be cheaper.
Sure. Yeah.
That is how they hate to be that guy, but you can always get a trade cheaper at Amazon.
Yeah.
Let's get pretty much everything cheaper.
It's true. Quality too. That Amazon Basics is basic as shit. Jesus Christ. I already got holes in my drawers from getting a pack of that.
I think this is smart for moving people, and I'm sort of thinking about this in terms of funnels. There is a certain audience that goes towards the compact comic funnel. There's a certain audience that goes to the trade funnel, and I wonder if this is an attempt to refocus people and be like, you go from comic to trade, not necessarily comic to compact. Because I wonder if there's an expectation that gets built as the compacts have sort of come up. Oh, we should get a bunch of these, and I want more. And why is the trade? Maybe the volume 1 of a trade has been suffering. I don't have the numbers, but just based off of that, I'm wondering if there's something there with regards to how DC has seen the paperback trades compared to compacts and what that pipeline looks like.
I think it's really just more of a giving fans an on-ramp to being like the full-on readers, because the compacts are kind of sporadic and they're trying to stick to sort of the greatest hits with the compacts. So a lot of it is like one and done stories. You don't want to be waiting around for part 2 of whatever compact thing you read. But if I get you in with, Dark Patterns is a terrible example because there's no more after that. But if I get you Court of Owls, you now have, 10 years of Batman to catch up on in trades. And so creates a fan.
Yeah. And I think if the shop is smart and they're seeing savings, they should, probably for some goodwill to a newer reader, say, hey, $16, let's do 15, let's do, 14. I'm sure there's some wiggle room that they could provide there, especially if they're getting a bit of a discount.
I love it. And my only criticism is that this shouldn't be just for Batman. Get this done for Wonder Woman, Superman, Green Lantern, and Flash. And Aquaman. You give them each. I feel like each of those characters has a great starting point right now. Even if you only did one book for each. Tom King's Wonder Woman. I don't like it, but I'm not going to argue with the fact that it's popular. So that's a number 1 and a trade you give. Green Lantern, Jeremy Adams, same thing. Superman, Josh Williams. Like it's such an opportunity there to make new fans out of titles that in some cases could really use them. And it's just easy to do this. So I love it. Now, we've got a lot more show to do. We've got a lot more announcements to come. There is a really interesting Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles announcement. Marvel, look, it's not DC, right? But I actually think Marvel has some interesting announcements too that they've pushed out that I definitely want to get into. So we're going to get into all that here in a bit after the jump. But I do have to take this opportunity. You all need to chill out and rock with us, because after I do this, we're going to give away 5 channel memberships. So after I celebrate you all, after we talk about Patreon, we're going to give away 5 channel memberships. So real quick, I want to say thank you to the people who make this show possible every single week, and that is you. Our patrons, the people that show up to this show, the people that watch, the people that support. Special shout out to our Palverse legends, the Hound of Justice, Atomic Hound, Starcross Catherine Stars, the Spear of Judgment Jace Jumble, Safe Haven Hayden's Hideout, Jesse and the Juggernaut, Kyle the Zenith Flare, Panda v Panda, Ted Wong, Adam, Solus Smith, Sam, the Last Young Renegade, Entertain Me, Peter, Living Lightning Electric, Shalom, Paladin Warburg, Jamzilla, the Party Animal, Cosm the Andric, Chris the Cure Coleman, and Brian Acosta. Your origin is coming today, my friend, a little later on. And thank you to Palsverse members, Brian Demolish, Chanel Pozo, Kefis the Incorruptible, Momentum, Mike Elliott, Dan the Truth Trudeau, Marley Manistorm, Christian Uncaged, The Spear of Justice, Izzy's Issues, Robert Runback, Cashaback, James Judge Yamming Jones, Paul Powerhouse Smith, Neon Knight, the Cosmic Avenger, BJ Kicks of Comics Are Dope YouTube channel. Go subscribe if you haven't. If you're enjoying his dulcet tones that borderline put me to sleep in a loving way, it's good, BJ. What if I told you, BJ, that I listen to Comics Are Dope in order to go to sleep at night? Would you be offended or happy?
I don't. It's weird. I don't know whether to be offended or disgusted. Oh, it's one of those two, though.
Why would that be disgusting?
I mean, listen, I need you to find somebody else to put you to bed, sir. It's crazy. Disrespect.
He said, I'm gonna put you to bed.
Yo, put you to bed, Malik. But oh my God. I've not seen that episode in ages. But listen, this is gonna bug me. This is the Lost Pages tome by Zaid Comics. And every time I see his name in the chat, I'm like, I have to show people this book. So the Lost Pages is a series. There's 3. There's the Lost Pages, the Myths of the Lost Pages, and then Lost Pages 2. And this says, when a mystical book finds its way into the hands of a homeless man, stories lost to time of heroes from different eras, backgrounds, and genres are revealed, destined to one day come together and write the end of the world. And so that's where, when I thumbed through it, I was like, oh, it's an anthology, because you see like all these different art styles in the book, all in black and white, but little short stories, different people, different eras, but all tied together. And I just thought that's really cool. Now all that's left is for me to read it, but there you go. Am I Bob Ross of a new generation? That's crazy.
That's great. That's great praise, dude.
Happy comics.
Happy little comics. Just beat the devil out of it.
Don't be whispering that to Sean while he's in bed. Jeez.
Oh, God.
And of course, I must mention the Grand Alchemist, Chop Harder Alchemist, who is at San Diego Comic-Con right now. I hope you're having an amazing time, brother. And John Barrier B. Thank you all so much. If you want to get your shout out on the show, patreon.com/jointhepalsverse. And then, of course, if you haven't heard your name and you're supposed to, you will soon. Yeah, Marco, that's making me very happy right now. Okay. We finally know, well, we've known for a week, what our book club will be this Tuesday. We are going to be talking about, for the very first time on this channel, we will be talking about not only Spider-Man One More Day, But we decided to expand things and talk about Back in Black and talk about One Moment in Time.
Yeah.
I'm super hyped.
It's gonna be my reading for tomorrow. That's for sure.
Yeah.
But I'm excited. I'm excited to see I'm excited for people to expect a shit show, but I think you guys might be surprised. Or either that or the Spider-Man fans will hate us even more.
I'm excited, frankly.
First time for you, right?
First time. I wasn't there. I wasn't there in the bandwagon, you know. So I'm here with fresh and infantile eyes.
That's exciting. BJ, have you read that stuff before?
One More Day and all that? No. You know what? My introduction to JMS Spider-Man was The Other. That was actually my first Spider-Man. It might be my first trade paperback purchase, period. But it was definitely my first Spider-Man trade. And I was like, what the heck is this? So then, you know, imagine my surprise when everybody's like, oh yeah, man, you got to get the JMS Spidey run. It's amazing. But reading Civil War made me want to like dive deeper into all the JMS stuff. But I have not. And One More Day, to my knowledge, kind of ends that period. So I haven't gotten that far.
Yeah, but it helps start a brand new day, BJ.
I have read a good portion of Brand New Day, and that stuff is good. Like,
thank you.
And I mean, bro, like, no, Brand New Day is really good Spidey comics, like straight up. And I guess you need one more day to get Peter into that status quo. So maybe, you know, revisionist history will look at it a little bit differently in the book club. I'm curious to see y'all's thoughts. But yeah.
My thoughts on One More Day may make people unsubscribe.
But you said you like since past, so
yeah, I definitely do. I stand on all that shit. I stand on JMS business. That man was cooking. Cooking. Hopefully they heard that.
Did y'all hear Travis Scott?
They should. Yeah, I fixed it.
Oh my goodness gracious. All right, let's give away 5 channel memberships right now. Let's do it right now. I want you guys to win a little bit, and I'm gonna help you do that. Here we go. Boom. Sent them out.
Oh dang. Oh dang. We got Near. We got DWS, Rafael Feliciano Padua, Bat Cato, and NYC Able. Let's go. Near manifested. Hell yeah, dude.
Hell yeah, Near. Good for you. Good for all of you that won. Love that. I would love to see some pals' heads in the chat. If you have them, flaunt them, please. I want to see them. Let me read off Pat Zay's channel membership message. He's been with us at the VI Pals here for 11 whole months. Thank you, brother. That's close to a year now. He said, outside 11 months now, I got a baby. Woo! Shout out Best Pod on Earth. BJ, I loved the podcast with Ink Alliance. Gonna go to Cuts and Comics when I can.
Dope. I'm glad to be able to put you on. I'm excited about the Ink Alliance as well.
Yep.
And with the announcements of some of these series, I'm hoping we get more Ink Alliance retailer exclusive variants that I got to drive 2 hours for.
That plus $4 gas. Jeez.
Yeah. It's worth it though.
I missed Chip Crisper's message earlier on. $2. Thank you, brother. Here's a short answer to your question. Yes. I don't know the question, but I like the answer.
Was it just the title of the stream? I think
There's
that's
no
what
question.
it was. Oh, well.
Listen, man, I would absolutely hate to be in those meetings trying to figure out how Marvel is going to compete right now.
Here's the thing. I don't think
would love to be.
I think they have to cut their losses and realize they're not going to compete in the immediate. New York Comic Con is probably going to be a wash this year based on timing. I think they need to retool for next year. and come out swing if by San Diego Comic Con next year, shit. If by C2E2 next year we don't hear some crazy stuff, that's a bad sign.
Look, if you are worth your salt at your job and you work at Marvel, right now you should be very excited because all the momentum is against you.
Yep.
Which is perfect for an industry like all that operates on a pendulum. Marvel's going to swing back. That is natural. And if you're in those rooms and having those conversations, the juices should be flowing.
Hey, yo.
Creatively, he's saying. He's saying
Creative. Unbelievable. Now we've got to talk about our number 2 and our number 1 top 5 Spider-Man characters. And I think all of us have chosen not to include Peter Parker on this list just for the sake of not having the same number 1. So yeah, we're going to run through those. BJ, do you have a favorite Spider-Man character? It's not Peter.
Oh, not Peter. I guess the favorite that's not Peter would be Miles, right?
Sure.
Oh,
yeah. Okay. You want to say a few words about the boy?
Is he dead?
You know, listen. Pour one out.
Eulogize on the spot.
Right. Nah. I'm still working on my why Miles should be Spider-Man video. Actually, that's supposed to come out next week because
love it.
Yeah, which means I have to record it. But anyway, really, honestly, that video has nothing to do with the merits of Miles' character. It's really just kind of his place in the overall Marvel universe. But what I love about Miles is really just everything that I guess we should love about Peter. Like the fact that you get Spider-Man in a younger package, right? And we get to learn alongside him. I think the Ziglar run really puts that on display, where he's like picking up a little bit from Black Panther, picking up a little bit from Blade, learning from Misty Knight. And it's like, okay, he's learning how to be a hero. But I also love the sort of extended world around Miles, like in that his family knows that he's a Spider-Man and they're like actively involved in his heroing and like trying to make sure his mental is good. The fact that he journals and he has friends, like he's got all the stuff we love about Tom Holland Spider-Man, truthfully, starts in Miles.
Good point.
Like, so yeah, there's a lot to love about Miles. And then you add on top of all of that he is, Afro-Latino. And so there's a world of people that no matter how much you said, oh, anybody could be under the mask, it's like, no, like really anybody could be under the mask. And he still represents that perseverance, the sense of responsibility, the getting back up when you're knocked down, but also seeing the good in people, which is an underrated aspect of Peter's character. I think they use it so much as a trope, like as a liability for Peter in recent years. But Miles has that same quality about him. Like, he's not out to vanquish his villains. He's trying to redeem them. I think that's dope.
I love
and
that.
he tried hooking up with one of them, right? Falcon's daughter. I mean, not Falcon. Vulture's daughter.
Vulture's granddaughter.
Yeah.
They are a couple. Yeah.
Actively?
Well, I think the preview pages for Brian Hills shows that it might not be the case anymore.
Yeah.
But.
We got to figure out how that's not the case because it's been the case since forever.
Yeah.
Tyler, where you at with your 2 and 1?
Number 2 might piss people off. Number 2 is not Peter Parker, but that's kind of the point. It's Ben Reilly. I find Ben Reilly to be a super compelling character. Right off the bat, Clone Saga is complicated. It is a bit of a mess. But out of that comes Ben Reilly, who I think is a really complex character that really stands out from Peter. And had one of the best costume designs of all time. Twice, by the way. Ben Reilly, whenever he takes over Peter, is a really interesting play on how the writer is going to deal with that. I love characters that deal with identity crisis. And that is Ben Reilly's MO. Not really being his own man and having to carve that space out for himself to be like, yes, I'm a clone, but I'm still myself and I am a human and I am a person, and finding his personhood. it leads him to, being a hero, being an antagonist at some point, because like sometimes that gets complicated. The whole it was the Spider-Man Beyond, I think, was really good. I was a big fan of Spider-Man Beyond. And then the more recent turn with Chasm and Hollow's Eve, I loved. I talk about how I'm a fan of Dark Web, but Chasm's design is elite. So yeah, Ben Reilly number 2. Number 1 is probably one of my top 3 of all time, and that's Norman Osborn. I think Norman Osborn is one of those characters that in film, Willem Dafoe personifies that character, and every time he does it, it's phenomenal. And B, it's a character that has real connection to his main hero, like a villain to hero connection. I mean, this is a guy that was a father figure to Spider-Man who had issues with not having a father figure. That's his whole problem. And being the guy that betrays Spider-Man, and then being the Green Goblin, and doing the things with Gwen Stacy, things plural, it leads to a lot of interesting things. And I think the whole dark reign of it all, where Norman became a antagonist for the Marvel Universe and not just Spider-Man, that really was like, oh, this guy's insane. When he leads the Thunderbolts is one of my favorite eras of comics. And even the current state that Norman's in, where he's kind of in this redemptive phase, I find compelling as well because of the context of everything I just talked about. So yeah, Norman Osborn outside of Spider-Man is easily my favorite Spider-Man character.
My number 2 is Miles as well. BJ kind of laid it out, but just for me, I think the importance, and a lot of what I've been choosing for this has been how important are they to the mythos, to the lore, and you can't be additive if you're not including Miles in that. Taking on the mantle within the Ultimate line, being one of the few carryovers from that, and existing and permeating and continuing to sort of proliferate. Like it's crazy to think that Miles is somebody's Spider-Man. That's how impactful that character has been. So I think undeniably number 2. And my number 1 is Mary Jane. I think very much the catalyst to a lot of Peter's strife romantically, in life in general, but also a huge source of his happiness. And there are so many camps that they need to be together, they need to be not. I do think that they, as a couple, it's important to have that exist within the scope of Peter as a character, and I think Mary Jane provides him that. Not to say that she's not her own character, but she is so intrinsically tied to Peter and their relationship that that's sort of where a lot of it boils down. But she's been there, so.
Damn, Marco said Mary Jane's worth boils down to her relationship with a man. God damn, jeez.
She don't pass they didn't make the Bechdel test back then.
That's true.
As for me, number 2 is Venom. Venom is one of the earliest characters that I remember seeing from the Spider-Man animated series. And that costume and design just had such an immediate arresting effect on me. The concept of a character who's not only more powerful than Spider-Man, but gets around his spider senses and stalks his girlfriend. Like that's so personal. I know your powers, I know your identity, I know your girl, and I can get at you at any time. And chose not to, chose just to be a creep instead of kill. I really love that aspect of Venom's character, and obviously he's evolved over the years, and I love the Agent Venom era. I thought all that stuff was awesome, and I really enjoyed the Rom V Al Ewing era of Venom. Taking that character and expanding upon what was already established, and turning him from a straight up villain into a character that you can believe can be redeemed. So I love that, and I'm a huge Venom fan. I love that character. I'd like to see him be a villain again, though, to be honest.
Venom.
And then my number 1 is Green Goblin. Yeah.
So Green Goblin or Norman? Like, is there a distinction there in your eyes?
I mean, I guess you could say Norman then. And I guess when I say, well, no, because when I say Eddie Brock, I mean, or when I say Venom, I don't necessarily only mean Eddie.
Sure.
Because Agent Venom was also sick. And so in this case, I also really love Harry Osborn as Green Goblin.
No, fair.
I'm a fan of that too. So, yeah, Green Goblin, primarily Norman Osborn, just a maniac. I love those early Green Goblins, like the real early Green Goblins, where like you don't even know who he is, and he's just this weird nut. Like
It,
I love all that stuff.
the idea of a goblin being the antagonist for a spider themed character is so weird.
And he's not presented as like the greatest villain, the arch enemy. He's just one of them. But
Yeah.
he's so cool and interesting, and the design and the pumpkin bombs and everything else. And
Oh,
of course, the way he's evolved over the years and killing Gwen Stacy. Not a lot of superheroes have had something that bad happen to them like that. So I really love that that's in Spider-Man's history, and Goblin caused it. It's on site, which is why I despise the fact that he's a good guy right now. But still, everything he's done up until this point is enough for him to be number one on my list.
dude, I ever tell you how one of my close friends, like close friends, her dad was special effects for Raimi's Spider-Man and helped come up with the goblin bombs, like the pumpkin bombs. And apparently she just had them in her house growing up.
That's
I know.
crazy.
I need to see these things.
I just did an interview for a Kickstarter that's going to go live next month, and the guy was in charge of special features for all sorts of Sony releases. His
Ooh.
first work was that first Raimi Spider-Man film.
Was he in the leaks?
What?
Was he in the Sony leaks? Not the diaper leaks, the Sony leaks.
Oh, I have no idea. I have no idea. But he anyway, there's a fun story about that, the sort of behind this or making of Spider-Man bonus feature that'll be told on the podcast.
Cool.
Sometime first week of August.
What are you doing? Spider-Man content? Is there a movie coming out?
No, the podcast was actually about something completely different. But as an aside, he was like, "Yeah, actually, this was my first thing." We were talking about physical media and just how, like, I remember when the DVD hit, because the first time I went to somebody's house that had a DVD player, that's what we watched, was that first Spider-Man movie. And he's like, funny enough, that was the first thing I worked on at Sony. And I'm like, that's crazy.
Cool.
But yeah, that'll be out. Let's call it the 13th.
Lucky 13.
Love that. That's super cool. And everybody that's listening to this absolutely should be subscribed to BJ's channel. Comics are dope. Comics are indeed dope, and the channel is dope. Weekly interviews, the weekly pull list, which I love. Check it out. BJ's got a great channel over there. Seriously. Let's get into the news. We've got BJ for about one news item, so let's hit it. I'm curious to hear your thoughts about this. So, Matthew Rosenberg has been all over the place lately. He's obviously got If Destruction Be Our Lot, which is his own thing. But then he's also got the Spawn books. He is the Spawn architect right now. Well, guess what? He's adding another book to his plate because Gene Luen Yang is exiting from TMNT. Matthew Rosenberg is sliding on in with Juan Cabal on art. Well, let me just read off his words to Entertainment Weekly. A thrilling story as the greatest roster of villains, both old and new, have assembled to hunt down the Turtles over the course of a single night. Whoa. It's truly an honor not only to add to the legacy of these four of New York's greatest heroes, but to follow in the footsteps of so many creators I love, like Eric Larson, Jim Lawson, Sophie Campbell, Tom Waltz, and most recently, legends like Jason Aaron and Juan Ferreira, Gene Luen Yang, and Freddie Williams II. I hope I can bring just a little bit of what I love about the Turtles to this book. That's great.
Pat Zay says what I was thinking. And he's saying, damn, this series is getting passed around. Creatives are on the train on the TMNT right now. Does this creative team interest me? Yes, I actually love Juan Cabal. Juan Cabal is a great artist. Juan Cabal, I believe, worked on, was it Taylor's All New Wolverine?
It sounds correct.
And I believe Juan Cabal worked on the one of the Elektra miniseries that Marvel had. So and recently worked on something too. And Rosenberg, I generally.
What was that? Say Cabal was on that Black Panther run that I hated, but I loved his art.
I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah. So I think, and like, I like Rosenberg stuff. As a TMNT fan, I'm not saying I am one. I'm very sort of on the side for that. But it's got to be annoying seeing these teams just come in and out constantly.
Yeah,
Because
that's how I feel.
Yeah.
Because Jason Aaron, the relaunch was really good.
Yep.
And but his plan was always just to do the 12 issues. But I felt like bringing in Juan Ferreira on the second half of that, it just felt like, oh man, we are eating. And I just wish that would go on forever.
Yeah.
Jean Luen Yang arc has not been bad. It's just a little bit more emotionally led than, which I guess Jason Aaron's run was as well. There's a lot of like family interpersonal stuff, but it was high action with that. And I feel like we get action, but it's a little bit more mystic in this last arc. I have not read issue 300 yet. That came out this week. So I'm like, maybe there's something there that's going to kind of seed what's to come. But the idea of another creative team switch up, I mean, it's been what, 2 years, if that? Hasn't been that. We're not on issue 24 yet.
Yeah.
So it's just like, man, that's rough. But hopefully, like, because I mean, we're going from, I guess that's the other thing. Being a TMNT fan, you're going from Eastman and Waltz for like ever for 100 issues, and then you got Sophie Campbell for the next 50, and now, within 20 issues, you've got now 3 different creative teams.
I mean, they're debuting 25, so I guess that means Aaron had 12, Jean Wang had 12, right? So they seem to be at least doing like year-long runs, which is indicative of comics in 2026, which is not my jam. Like, I love the idea of Sophie Campbell doing 50 issues, and especially as a TMNT fan, you're probably used to that. So seeing the turnover rate be so much higher nowadays is probably a bummer as a fan.
You just want that consistency, right? You want to build up momentum and steam. You want to hear and see somebody's vision. And if all you're getting is the 12 issues, yeah, you can set something up, but you can't seed things. You can't get that big payoff at the end for a lot. And so that's kind of like the thrill of having the longer term team. You get to really incorporate that. So I think it's a shame that this keeps happening, because with 12 issues you can build up enough momentum, but not enough to skyrocket it. And I think Turtles is usually a book that you want that to propel it forward.
It does make me feel like, or wonder kind of what that says about IDW overall, right? Because for the longest time, it felt like IDW was the TMNT show, and then like whatever else, take a green light off of that success. And now with TMNT feeling like it's in flux, and then we've got these other things, IDW is kind of going in on, or all in on horror right now, and they've got crime stuff too. But it just feels like everything at IDW feels short term, and that can't be a good feeling in the building.
Well, the whole, like, it's TMNT and then their horror and crime books, which are either miniseries or anthologies. Right. So everything does feel short term. You're right.
Or Godzilla. That's their other big thing.
Oh, yeah,
which is a lot of miniseries. And, well, I guess the Kaisei era is the standout here, with that being kind of ongoings. Yeah, that's a good point.
I'm really excited for this. I think Matthew Rosenberg is awesome, and Juan Cabal's great too. I don't love all the turnover that we're seeing, but at the same time, it helps when the creative teams are actually exciting. It'd be one thing if we were talking about creative teams coming on that suck, but these are all super talented groups. And so I really don't have a reason not to be hyped. And especially with that framing device, I want to see the classic villains going after the turtles. And I've never seen them collaborate before. So that's pretty exciting to me. I can't wait for this.
I will say issue 25 has a Stephen Morian cover, and it fucking rules. His turtles are so cool looking.
This cover is amazing.
Yeah,
that's the one I'm gonna get for sure.
Is it on the screen? Hold on, let me look at it.
It is. Yeah, I think it's the main one that was like the Entertainment Weekly first look.
That looks like some interesting cross between like Eastman and Stan Sakai.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah. Now, speaking of dope, unfortunately, we do have to say goodbye to the man behind Comics Are Dope, BJ Kicks. You've got things to do. You are a busy individual. Thank you so much for sharing some time with us this morning.
Hey, no problem, man. Thank y'all for having me. Always love it. I was gonna try to find some insult for Sean, but I'm drawing a blank. So see y'all next time.
Just leave it on love.
All right, I'll leave it on love. Peace.
Dude.
All right. Thanks, BJ.
Bro.
Love that guy. All right. So Benjamin Ayala G dropped $4.99 on us and said, play the GOAT game. What's the GOAT game? The GOAT game, my friend, is something that we do, GOAT or WOTE, every week here on the show. And basically we spin a wheel and it determines one of us, and then we spin a wheel again and it determines a character, and we have to argue for why that character is the best or worst of all time. So it's kind of fun. We do it every week around here. Hopefully you're still here and you will be able to hear us. Entertain me with the 5 spot. This was meant for when BJ was here, but I missed it. Sean, you got BJ's voice in your head at night. BJ, take credit for helping Sean come out of the closet. I'm proud of you, Sean.
Jesus.
There are so many things I could say to that.
And previous to that, he was like, yo, let me join for the San Diego Airbnb.
Dude, there's 0.0 chance that I would ever feel comfortable being in a private space with you, let alone a space where I'm gonna sleep. I feel like I might wake up sore hanging around you. And so I'm gonna pass on that one. Common sense with the $4.99. How about Dennis Camp on Duke Thomas / Signal comic instead of Bruce Wayne? I like Dennis Camp. I like Duke Thomas, but I don't think that's how you use Dennis Camp.
Also, it's what Dennis Camp wants. If he wanted a Duke Thomas book, he'd pitch it. But it's DC Comics. You want Batman. Sorry.
Yeah.
Nothing against Duke. Yeah.
He already did the smaller title with Martian Manhunter. I think it's time for that step up. Duke should get some shine. I just don't think this is the creative team for that.
I think Duke's time right now is to be in a team book to get that spotlight on him. And then maybe, depending on how people perceive him there, can he get like a mini or a solo book again? You know what I mean? Like I think Duke is primed for a team book where he might be in a leadership position.
Like they're doing Static right now, you know? Like,
well, I mean,
build that up a little bit.
Static's had years of solo ongoings and stuff. So like I think he's got more of a build, but like Duke, like Power Company should have been a team book. That should have existed in a miniseries at least.
Head H with a 10 spot says hydration time. Why don't we spin the wheel? We haven't done that today.
I got
wheel 4 of them.
Hung up too many hats on the wheel.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
See where that lands. Don't congratulate me, Devlin. That shit ain't real.
It's a revelation.
Ooh. Anybody got something they want to reveal?
I'm palling around. Yeah, I got commission.
I was just about to say, dang. We're gonna get that. We're gonna get that.
A revelation.
A revelation. I don't know if I have a revelation right now. I've been kind of low key at the moment.
Yeah, me too. Why don't we spin again?
Let's
give them
yeah,
something
yeah.
real.
Well, the improv isn't working for us right now.
Give me a minute.
The last thing we need.
Highlight a book.
Okay, actually, I can do that.
Ooh.
If you give me 5 seconds.
1. Did you have a revelation, Marco?
I don't, but I'm ready with a book if we need it.
I'm here.
Nope. Sean's doing it.
Yeah. So I've talked a lot about my love of the Matrix and how badly I've wanted to read the Matrix comics. Well, I have it here, and you may notice this is the Matrix Comics Omnibus, and it is unwrapped.
Oh,
it's unwrapped. So I read this. I read bits of this. I read like the first 4 stories or something while I was in Michigan. And this lives up to every single bit of the hype.
Nice.
This is an unbelievable. I can't even believe this exists. When you know the creative teams that are involved in this, it's unbelievable. There's an opening story with Jeff Darrow art that's really good.
Ooh,
Basically telling the first story of a robot killing a human and why. Bill Sienkiewicz, oh my God.
dude, yeah,
Whoa.
Woo!
yeah,
Let me show you guys because
Pull up a page. Pull up a
yeah.
this is some
page.
shit.
Sienkiewicz is one of my goats, man.
This is some shit. He's doing really, really great work in this
Wow.
book. I
Yeah.
love it. Yeah.
I've only heard good things about this. Like the Matrix comics as a book, like is like it's got an all-star creative, creatives on it, and it is a world that the creatives love. They love the Matrix.
It's so cool, dude. Like you could do anything.
There's a story here by a creator named Ted McKeever, whose name I had never heard before I read it, and this story broke me down. It just tore me up. It's about a girl who lives inside the Matrix, and Morpheus offers her the way out, but she doesn't accept it because she's lived a life full of like wasted potential. And even in an opportunity where all she has to do is take a pill, she can't bring herself to do it. And so all she can
Huh.
do is stare at her computer and wonder what if.
Oh,
What?
the inverse of Neo.
Yeah,
That's a great story.
yeah, phenomenal.
That's cool.
Who published the graphic novel, Sean? Do you know who like put it out? Is it
they
Dark
did
Horse?
it themselves, Burley.
Oh, they did. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
Self-published.
Yeah, this is
I'm
the
just-
20th anniversary edition. These all were released online
Yeah.
at first in the 90s, by the way, in the late 90s, early 2000s. So
Yo.
these are some of the original webcomics.
Imagine having to wait for each individual page to load.
Oh, this sucks. Neil Gaiman has a story in there that, for what it's worth, is really good. It's a who's who. It's unbelievable.
Cool.
Pick it up if you are remotely interested.
Oh,
It's worth
Paul.
your
Looks
time.
like Paul Chadwick has 2
Yeah.
stories in there.
Yeah.
What?
Concrete.
All right. Let's talk about Frank Miller. Frank Miller is back and he's doing something that is very un-Frank Miller, which means it's very Frank Miller. Invasive Species is a series that he is going to be launching through Dark Horse, teaming up with Ryan Benjamin, Alex Sinclair, John Livesey, and Pete Carlson. Man, this is a book that it appears to be about a woman whose body is invaded and becomes pregnant with some kind of species. That's what it looks like. We don't know too much. There's some kind of maybe a parasite, maybe we don't know. But I think the art looks really good on this, promo material. And actually, I'm excited to see what the hell Frank Miller has to say.
I thought this was Frank Miller doing Mpreg the comic. The artwork looks very Mars Attacks meets Digimon. Like, I don't know how to describe it. Like it is cool seeing Frank Miller back at Dark Horse. Continuing the relationship there. Hot take. I don't know if you agree, Sean, but I think Dark Horse is having a really good San Diego.
So far, yeah.
There's a lot of stuff. They got the Barbie license. They got new Dungeons and Dragons #1 ongoing.
That I heard about.
Frank Miller's back. They apparently have the Baldur's Gate license too. That news hasn't hit yet, but with Becky Cloonan, which holy shit, that's gonna be good. So I think this Miller one, which is another sprinkle on the cake of a pretty damn good Dark Horse San Diego Comic-Con. And I like Frank Miller. He did an interview on Sketch that I checked out. Fascinating interview. Great job, David Harper, for that one. And like the guy still has it. And to know, like, yes, I love Frank Miller art, and I love modern day Frank Miller art as well. It's different. It's not the same, but I still like it. But the fact that he can tell a story and have someone else on the art is also exciting. To have something from the mind of Frank Miller with maybe not the issues that him drawing it would happen, deal with in terms of like scheduling and all that stuff. So this could be a lot of fun. It looks weird though.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. And I think because it looks weird, this feels like a very much a Frank Miller kind of John. Like I'm excited to see how this, comes to life. Ryan Benjamin seems to be doing a really good job, and I also listened to that interview, and you can tell that he's still excited about all this stuff. He's still pushing himself in the ways that he can, and right now the way to do that is through the writing. He can't do it in the same way in the art, and he is a writer artist, so he can still tell those stories. He has told those stories, and I think this is him honing in now on a skill, which I can only imagine also means that we'll see something really unique here.
Yeah, I agree. I'm always ready to see what a Frank Miller has to say, except with Unholy Terror or Holy Terror. But other
Oh my
than
God.
that,
Don't
read
read it.
No,
Don't
you
read
read
it.
it?
I read it. I did a whole thing on the newsletter
Yeah.
for it. Disgusting.
Shout out to David Harper for bringing that up in the interview though.
Yeah.
Because Miller walked it back. He talked
100%.
about, this is why I think Frank Miller is one of my favorite creators of all time, for better or for worse, because he bleeds on the page emotionally. Like Dark Knight Returns, Dark Knight Strikes Back, it might be my favorite work of his because, well, I love Born Again, but Strikes Back is him reacting on the page through the lens of Batman. And Holy Terror was just a really, really bad reaction that he has since said it was a mistake. So credit where credit's due. And shout out to David for calling him out on that.
Yeah, 100%.
MX Mothman brings up a point. I don't know that Frank Miller is the writer whose take I want on this. This feels like what I don't like about his writing.
You want to talk about the idea of pregnancy?
To be fair, he doesn't always treat, and we're assuming, some sort of female species. This is a woman, but he doesn't always write women well. So I think it's a fair take.
I think he is on his redemption to attempting to fix that. We know the Carrie Kelly book is still being worked on. Ben Caldwell just posted art from it. So they're still working on that Carrie Kelly book, Ben Caldwell and Frank Miller. So that's still happening. I think Miller's aware of his shortcomings. And maybe this is another attempt to call himself out.
Yeah.
Could be. Yeah. The sounds like Miller has learned a lot. And so hopefully, that's reflected in the work. Now, there are other announcements that are not Marvel or DC. We don't have all the time in the world for everything, but there is always next week. So some of the stuff that didn't make the show this week will make it next week. We always do 2 episodes worth of San Diego coverage for that very reason. Let's shift over to Marvel side of things. And, be fair right away, Marvel still has panels to come and things to come.
Okay.
So there's a lot that we can't comment on just because it's not out there yet. We can only talk about what's in front of us. And what's in front of us is a mixed bag in my eyes. I don't think it's trash, but I also don't think it's gold. So let's get into it. Let's start with Maximum X-Men.
Okay.
Now, everyone knows that Avengers Armageddon is shaking things up in a big way, and the Avengers are going to take some losses. And even though we know that there's an Avengers book coming after Armageddon, for some reason, there is a book called Maximum X-Men where these characters are essentially stepping in to fill in the role of the Avengers as they figure out their stuff. We don't know, we know the team of the Avengers. We don't know exactly what shape that book is going to take. Are they calling themselves the Avengers? Are they running around as Avengers? The Maximum X-Men are going to be in that spot.
As Marco
Um,
is going Super Saiyan. Yeah.
Every time somebody says Maximum X-Men, I feel like that's what it should be. Maximum X-Men!
Oh, like Colossus.
What?
Do you know about that, Marco?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Jesus Christ.
Every
bro.
episode, he doesn't know shit.
Colossus?
Look up Colossus yell on YouTube right now.
It was literally when we first started streaming on Twitch, it was our subscription sound
Hell
when
yeah.
people would subscribe to our Twitch.
I heard that.
9 minute-
Sorry? You just need to hear it once.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I heard that at MagFest, everyone
Yep.
there yells that out at the same time.
Dude, I want to go to MagFest so bad.
Me too. I was just talking to Maddie about it.
I think I might go
this
next year. Yeah.
Next year, yeah.
Yeah, let's do
Oh
it.
yeah. So the creative team behind this book is actually pretty exciting to me. Christopher Yost and Tony Daniel. Are you kidding?
Oh.
Are you kidding?
Oh,
That's
interesting.
fucking fire. And then the character team is Storm as the leader, and then Wolverine, Colossus, Bishop, Iceman, Psylocke, Betsy Braddock, Firestar, and Justice. I don't know who Justice is, but he's
Yo,
that
you
dude
you
that-
know Justice, Sean. You know
I
Justice.
do.
Yeah, you do. He was part of the Avengers the Initiative era of stuff.
Fuck yeah.
He's an old New Warrior.
How did I know you were gonna say the Initiative? Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. He's a New Warrior. So, and I was talking about this on Discord. He's also the original Guardians of the Galaxy. Vance Astro, the guy with Captain America's shield, is future Justice. So this might be the first character to be an X-Men, an Avenger, and a Guardian of the Galaxy.
Wow.
Oh.
Because he
Man, good
is
for
a
him.
mutant. I love Justice, and I am hyped to see him on this team. I think this team lineup is fun as hell, actually. Love seeing Storm in the role of leader. Even though, like, Wolverine, we're back in Bendis era Wolverine right now. He's X-Men and an Avenger at the same time. Talk about TMNT getting the train around on him. Wolverine is on in the streets as well.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I think this team is a lot of fun. It's cool seeing Bishop kind of in a leading role again. Fucking Betsy Braddock. I don't know if she's Captain Britain anymore or what's going on. Lionheart, where the hell her name is. But I think the team is really good. I gotta say, I am actually excited for Chris Yost as well. He's been a prolific X-Men writer back, I want to say it's pre-Utopia, Sean, or around Utopia.
He was a writer of the new X-Men, one of my favorite all-time X-Men stories.
Mm.
Yeah. So I think see his name on it. I was like, okay. It kind of does feel like, Joe Casey coming back to Marvel as well as coming back. So it kind of feels like of Marvel at this time, kind of getting some guys who haven't been writing Marvel comics and bringing them back into the fold. But Tony Daniel, easy excitement for me.
Yeah, that's probably the biggest thing. The biggest draw for me is Tony Daniel. That's where my familiarity is. Christopher Yost less so, but the team I think also is cool. I personally like when Storm is the leader and she has heavy hitters like Wolverine to like keep people in line. I feel like that's typically their dynamic a lot of the time. And this is cool. I don't know how excited outright I am for the X-Men thing, but I do like that this feels a little Claremont, if that makes sense. Like I can see the inklings of that from a team and the art even.
A little giant size.
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay.
I like this roster. It's kind of cute. A lot of characters that you don't necessarily see on the team all the time, like Bishop. Iceman's not always there anymore. You never know what the fuck you're gonna get with Psylocke, and then Firestar and Justice, they're a ghost. So I really, really like this. I kind of wish it was Laura Kinney on the team in the Wolverine place.
Yeah, I'm with you there, Sean.
He's in the Avengers already. Like, it's fine.
Not to mention, Chris Yost has a history writing Laura Kinney as
Of
X-23.
course. Yeah.
So yeah, I'm with you.
But other than that, this is super exciting. I wish I wasn't excited though, because I don't want to get involved with the X-Men.
It's like seeing an ex on Tinder again. You know,
Jesus Christ.
you know what I mean? Like it's like, oh man, that there's a reason why that person's my ex, but they were good at that one thing.
Oh no. You're just kind of there like,
You're like,
uh,
why not?
what the, yeah,
Why
yeah,
not?
what the
Why
hell?
not? Why? Let me
We'll
make a
do it.
mistake again.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
all right. It's all right. I learned my lesson last time. It's okay.
Yeah, I know their tricks now. They can't
Yeah,
hurt me.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah, I'm ready for it.
So yeah, we'll certainly be reading and reviewing that for the show. It comes out in December though, first week of December. So we've got a ways
Quite a
away.
while.
Do
Yeah.
do you think this is a response to the MCU?
Nope. Why do you think that?
The idea of X-Men coming in to fill a void left by the Avengers feels like the next phase of the MCU, preemptively. Having the X-Men be like the premier superhero team.
I mean, we don't know that the Avengers are going to be gone, so I can't say that. And then if that were the case, then that would imply an unbelievable amount of synergy, because that would also imply that Armageddon is a part of that synergy. Since that's removing the Avengers from the equation,
Yeah.
that's a whole lot of interrelation. So I don't personally think so.
It is wild though to get a big X-Men book announcement on a non-X-Men panel. This was the Armageddon panel.
Mhm.
So like I can see like it is like in my head the X-Men have been so separate from everything. This feels like a distinct integration.
Well, you have to consider multiple factors. So this is the aftermath of Armageddon, and it makes sense for the X-Men to have some role in that, since money talks, and you want them involved in your big event. Then there's also the Storm and Wolverine factor. Both of them are X-Men and Avengers.
Sure.
So, they're going to see the Avengers lacking and be like, wait, we need to step up and do something here. So I think there are good reasons in story why this makes sense, regardless of what the non-story reasons are.
It's a good point too, because Firestar and Justice are also Avengers. So this is a lineup of characters that have been Avengers before, mostly, and then some that haven't. But it feels distinct. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. It's playing out the end game for this.
Was that deliberate, Marco?
No, no. It's just it really is just playing out the end game of
Yeah.
Armageddon. Like,
I thought you were gonna say it was like the Doomsday for the line.
no, there it is.
Yeah.
Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man 1000 is coming, and there are some big, big stories in it. According to Nick Lowe, who was the Spider-Man editor, this book has received over 400,000 orders.
Damn.
That doesn't seem that
What?
much for this big of a book.
Well, he wasn't touting it. He was sort of saying, like, we need more people to order it. Like,
Yeah.
this is going to sell out. This is a big deal. I think
Okay.
you're right. I think more orders would be expected for something this monumental. If you told me 500,000, then I would say, oh yeah, okay, cool.
Yeah, the fact that a non-mainline Batman book is regularly doing better than the first 1,000, the Spider-Man breaking the 4 digits is kind of bonkers.
Yeah.
And it's crazy they're gonna have this like huge stories. They just did the talk. How do you beat it?
Oh God.
Stop.
I feel like
Talk.
it peaked. I feel like it peaked there. 400K. That's probably what the talk sold, dude. I don't believe it.
I mean, we're still early because it's not September yet. So there is a little more time for Falk. And then, of course, we'll see where things net out once the book is actually released. That being said, though, we know the main story of this is going to be a Ravage story featuring that new villain, Joe Kelly and Pepe Larraz on the art there. This is going to be 104 pages at $9.99.
Damn.
If you do the math on that, 400,000 orders is $4 million, right? So
Yeah.
that's pretty crazy.
Yeah. You
The
said how
rest of
many?
the creative teams, though, and their stories we have here now available. Dan Slott and Marcos Martin. They're going to revisit the night of Uncle Ben's death. Um, Brian Bendis and Stuart Immonen. That's crazy.
That's huge, actually.
Yeah. That's going to be a team up of Spider-Man and the Avengers against Spider-Man's greatest foes. Here's one after your heart, Marco. Frank Miller and Peach Momoko.
Oh, wait a second.
For real.
Okay.
That's a match made in heaven.
That's crazy.
Why you look surprised, Marco? We knew that for like a month now.
That's insane.
It's going to be Spider-Man versus Hand Ninjas. That'll be their story.
Nice.
Noah Hawley is going to be making his debut in Marvel. He did Fargo, Legion, and Alien Earth. He's going to team up with Patrick Gleason for a story of Spider-Man's last adventure. And then we have Jam DeMatteis and Humberto Ramos. They're going to take a look at the aftermath of Harry Osborn's death. And then finally, Larry Lieber and Giuseppe Camuncoli, a Western-style adventure for Spidey. If I'm not mistaken, Larry Lieber is Stan Lee's brother.
Oh, wow.
If I'm not mistaken. I may be wrong. I do believe there is a relation.
I mean, Mark, you got to be excited for Noah Hawley doing a Spider-Man story, right? I mean, as the resident Alien fan, you must have loved Alien Earth, right?
Dude, I can't wait to see what else he does.
And Larry's 94 years old, by the way.
God damn. Oh, I didn't know he was a co-creator of Iron Man.
Yeah. I wonder what the oldest person to ever write have a published book is. 94 is up there. It's not Obama.
Okay. I don't know.
It's not Obama. No.
Oh, okay. So that's it for Amazing Spider-Man. These stories sound interesting to me. I'm excited. Bring it on.
Yes, I am. I mean, this will probably be the A book for whenever week it comes out for Palatable. So we'll be reading this.
Hell
yeah, I think I'm excited actually for a lot of these like side stories. I'm more excited for a lot of the side stories than I am for the A plot. Strangely.
Same.
Yeah.
Did you guys see the cover, the Peach Momoko cover with Frank Miller? It's a jam piece art. It's Miller drawing Spider-Man and Momoko drawing the rest.
Did it?
It's a real good cover. I'm because like hearing in the interview that Sketched had with Frank Miller, David asked, if Miller keeps up with current artists and stuff, and he mentions Peach immediately. So he is a fan. So seeing them collab in this issue is going to be a lot of fun.
Hard Nips Gizzardo says Denzel Washington is the next T'Challa.
I don't know about that, Hard Nips. I do laugh every time Hard Nips Gizzardo shows up because his profile picture, that's just him. He ain't hiding.
Phenomenal. You're on Front Street, my friend.
Oh, dude, that cover's awesome.
Yeah, that's gonna be the one I pick up.
Oh, Spider-Man looks so like chunky.
I love current Miller.
I want to see this shit too. Let me look it up.
Hold on,
Marco, send it in the chat. Send it in the chat.
Yeah. Oh, I can't. I gotta.
Yo, what is with your computer?
I'm not on my computer.
I'm gonna put it on the screen too.
Yeah, there's preview pages.
Oh yeah, there are. There are those too. Did you see the other JRJR cover as well? They're giving them two covers. They were like, you guys, you didn't like the first one? Here, have two instead. And guess what? They both fucking slap.
The one in the rain and what else?
The main one that people complain about, the Paulo Rivera colored one, where he's busting it open, bouncing on it.
Yeah, he's doing the
doing tricks on it.
Robert asked us an interesting question. Do you think Amazing Spider-Man issues lifetime revenue has crossed $1 billion yet.
Shit.
No.
I think the amount of money I've spent on ASM has crossed that.
That's a lot of money, man. I
I
don't
don't
know.
think so. I don't
That's
think
a
so.
lot.
I don't even think. No, One Piece has. But One
Get
Piece
that
has.
shit out of here.
But One Piece has like recently, and that's been going the
Since the
90s.
90s, yeah.
I would argue it's bigger. Yeah, so I don't know. I don't think so.
I mean, yeah, if you're only talking about Amazing and you're only talking about single issue sales, I don't think so. If you're adding in trades and stuff like that, then I would say probably. That's a better bet at the very least. Let's move forward. Venom is going to be reuniting with Eddie Brock for the team up that I personally have been waiting to see happen again for a while now. Mary Jane is going to be losing the Venom symbiote, although she's going to get some kind of boon from Venom that apparently will keep her powered or something to that effect. Charles Soule and Tommaso Bianchi are the creative team behind this Venom book.
Interesting. So this is a continuing Charles Soule writing Eddie Brock,
Right.
having previously written the Eddie Brock Carnage and then into Death Spiral. So this is making sense in the grand scheme of things. It reunites the most contentious romance in comics, and that's Eddie Brock and the symbiote. It's funny because like that's always been like the in joke where it's like that's the subtext of the book, but I feel like Al Ewing in the relationship Mary Jane has with the symbiote kind of made the symbiote as a romantic partner to Eddie Brock a weird canonistic thing. But I'm gonna read this. I will say I was really loving Al Ewing's Venom, the Mary Jane of it all. That's probably one of my go-to books at Marvel. So I'm a little bummed that we're ending it and we're going back to status quo. And all Mary Jane gets out of it is a 5-issue miniseries. But these covers freaking rule.
Yeah.
I don't have the same sort of like love for Venom in history. So this, I think if anything, going back to Eddie feels like, oh, I maybe have a jumping on point at the very least.
So here's what we know from the solicitation about Friendly Neighborhood Mary Jane. Her latest chapter quickly takes a dangerous turn when Chameleon targets her new venture. To fight back, Mary Jane will rely on her own resourcefulness along with a top secret gift from Venom. Don't know what that exactly is going to be, but I'm assuming she'll have some kind of power or ability of some kind.
It's top secret.
Ashley Allen,
Yeah.
gonna be the writer on this with art by Phil Noto. I wasn't going to buy it, but now I have to.
Oh, I was gonna buy it, and now I don't.
I think this bed feels just right.
Hell yeah. So those are fun announcements. I'm pretty pleased with the result. We get, Eddie back in the Venom costume, and then we get, Phil Noto drawing freaking Mary Jane for 5 issues. I'll take it.
See that Daughterman cover too?
Yeah. Is that the one where she's playing with the Spider-Man figure?
Oh, I didn't notice that part. Yeah. I guess so.
Oh, okay.
They're like, hey, we have a Mary Jane comic. Who do you want on covers? Daughterman, Momoko, J. Scott Campbell. All right, cool.
That Momoko one looks cool.
Yeah.
I like where that spider's placed.
They made pretty damn good choices. I'll tell you
I
that.
really like MJ kind of setting her own course. So I'm hoping this isn't just a 5-issue. Like, I think we're at a point where like Mary Jane can lead an ongoing that doesn't need to be called Venom. Like, I think Mary Jane herself is a big enough character at this point.
You think?
I know.
To have an ongoing, I don't know if I don't see why not.
out of like all the female Marvel characters in terms of general public that can name, Mary Jane's up there.
Especially because she doesn't have baggage. Like people just love her. That's it. You know,
Yeah.
like Captain Marvel's pretty controversial for stupid reasons.
Avengers
Even
200.
yeah, even Miss Marvel now people are iffy on. But Mary Jane is just, for lack of a better, phrase and no disrespect to the character, she's like white bread. Like who doesn't like that?
Yeah.
Unless you're allergic.
And you can play with her going out to, the West again, play with Hollywood a bit. Like there's so many stories you can tell with Mary Jane. She's not as tethered to New York City as Spider-Man is. So she can really set like a different course for herself.
What if she moves with The Office,
I mean, she's done the Go West thing recently.
Yeah.
I agree with Robert. Venom Mary Jane was a missed opportunity. She should have been a protector of women with her connection to Hollywood, fashion, and coming from an abusive home. I love that.
Well, that was a story that, Ewing was telling, was the fact that, abuse is inherent in the Venom dynamic. And this is the same symbiote that abused Mary Jane. And Sean talked about it, and that's why he liked Venom. But that whole like being a creep to Mary Jane is inherent in Venom's like origin, really. So having those two characters come to terms with that was really compelling to me.
Let's keep things rocking and rolling. The Punisher is going to be making his debut in the Avengers. I don't know if he's joining the team exactly or not. I feel like I'm reading mixed things. I haven't seen it said explicitly he's joining the team.
I thought Chip said it.
Did he say it? Okay, he may have said it and I didn't, and I missed that quote. I was being careful because there's like I haven't read Avengers Armageddon 2 and there's spoilers running around. So I was being careful about what I read. But either way, the Punisher is going to be involved in the Avengers with the storyline Red Line. The what they're teasing it with looks amazing. I'm assuming this is done by Chip, but it says first you avenge, then you punish, and it's got the Punisher logo in red with a crack at the top running along the head, the skull. It looks amazing. And I am excited for this. Like, let's go. The Punisher, does he belong on the Avengers? Typically, hell no. But this version, yeah. Okay, let's see what Chip is saying here.
Seems pretty hardcore. They're going, and for the storyline that we've been following, like Colton's bugging out. We've already seen how the political violence of of all of this is spun out. Same with with Red Hulk, which now might seemingly be, a compromised asset. So, I think this is a cool play. It doesn't feel like something that I've ever seen before, and in this more war focused angle that they're going for, Punisher slots right in.
Yeah, I mean that's the story Chip's telling. Like what is like the like man's being complicit in war. And what does that mean? Like Punisher is emblematic of that. Like Cap's kind of still on the table. Chip's writing that, and writing Avengers Armageddon and Avengers. Like that seems to be the through line. It's very modern Christopher Nolan in a way. It's like what hath I wrought in my actions. I've liked what Chip wrote a little bit of Punisher during his Daredevil run, right? I believe he shows up a little bit. It was like there
was. I think you're right.
Yeah, and I remember liking that. And I like Frank Castle as a character. I know people have takes on him, but I think he is a compelling character. So this is like a wait and see for me. But like this doesn't change how I feel about Chip's Avengers and my excitement for it. In fact, kind of makes it more interesting to me. Because this is something that strangely has not happened before. Like in the list of things that Marvel Comics have done, we've almost seen it all. Punisher joining the Avengers, we have not seen.
For good reason, I mean, I don't know that
it makes no sense.
Exactly, yeah. Like I don't know that he would have fit anywhere else. Yeah. But now maybe it's the time.
Just the idea of Frank Castle and a Quinjet. It's like what? That breaks my mind. It's like this. It's like he's playing Marvel Rivals.
Talking Pine Tree says, hate this so much. The final nail in Chip's failing social commentary in these runs. What do you mean? I'm not I genuinely don't know what you mean. What is the failing social commentary that Chip is making? I haven't identified that. But as an announcement, I think this is pretty cool. Like, sure, bring it on. But if you weren't tired enough of the Punisher, who appears to be in every fucking comic book, Predator versus Punisher is coming.
Mm.
It'll be on sale November 4th. It's exactly what you think it is. Frank Thierry, Jesus Saez on art. It's the Predator and the Punisher fighting. Great.
I don't want to be this guy, and I don't like to disparage creators in any way. I'm sure there's somebody out there who enjoys a Frank Thierry comic. That's one of those creators I see on a book, and I'm just like, it's probably not going to be for me. I don't think there's been a Thierry book that was like, oh shit, that resonated with me. Which is a shame because I do like Jesus Saez. I know people have thoughts on Jesus Saez as well. I mean, Jesus was the Hail Hydra Captain America artist.
He's a beast.
Yeah, so like I think like that guy was drawing the biggest book of Marvel at one point, and just most recently did the Eddie Brock Carnage book, which I thought was good. So that's kind of a bummer, but I don't know. If there's buzz around it, I'll check it out, but this is just not my thing. I'm more of an Alien guy than a Predator guy.
This makes the most sense in the world. He is one of the most notorious killers in the Marvel universe, and you're gonna get the Predator who needs to combat that. Yup, give it.
I don't care. I just Predator versus Punisher versus, like, fuck off, man. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Predator versus
his
own ongoing. That's what I want to see. Can't even get his own book.
Seriously. I just can't even imagine. I can't even imagine why I'll stick to myself. I can't even imagine why I would spend what is this shit cost? $5.99.
Oh no.
Dang, dude.
No.
What?
Talk about being a predator. The pricing is predatory.
Could have to, sometimes you pay for the quality you get, guys.
I could rent a Predator movie for this and get 2 hours worth of content rather than the 5 minutes worth of content this will give me.
Gotta read it slower than that.
Which is that is a disgusting way of thinking about art. Never mind.
I'm excited for it. I can't wait to have a quick hit on this for the show.
We'll see.
You're gonna shout on a Palace previews. You're never gonna read it.
Yeah,
I will.
exactly.
I will.
You will do that.
Yo, you know what? Coltrane got it. You got it, bro. That's definitely the comment of the day. Punisher and Chris Hansen versus real life predators. Get your shit blown off immediately after the take a seat. Please, yes. I need that. That's the only Punisher team up I co-sign with Chris Hansen. Let's go.
What about Robert Pattinson as Chris Hansen?
I'm dying to see that movie. I can't wait for that movie. That movie, I'm obsessed with the fact that movie's coming out.
Wait,
like
what?
To Catch a Predator biopic starring Robert Pattinson as Chris Hansen?
Yes.
And he's doing
is that real?
Yes. He's doing a very accurate Chris Hansen voice too. Robert Pattinson, actor of my generation, I think.
It's crazy how good he is. And I never would have imagined that from Twilight, but here we are.
Right. Although I maintain that first Twilight, not that bad. There's something there. The following, horrible.
I can't comment. I haven't seen the first one. The ones I saw were pretty shit, which were the last two.
Every other one is shit, yeah.
Comics are dope. Yes, it is a real thing. Chris Hansen did not get caught doing that. He has had other legal issues, but yeah, that's not. He hasn't.
Infidelity.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
and owing money. He's had some money problems.
Yeah.
I really just went like, oh, all right.
No, he got the old fashioned stuff,
Compared to what he was catching people for.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But speaking of jail, Tony Stark is going to jail. Not for the same reasons that people go to jail on To Catch a Predator, however. Tony Stark is being sent to prison. He's going to the vault.
Oh,
Apparently Moonstone is going to be the new warden of the vault, which I think is interesting.
oh, I love Moonstone, dude. Carla Sofin.
And it appears that this is spinning out of his actions in Armageddon. So that's cool.
Oh, you didn't read 2. Okay, yeah.
There's going to be 2 artists behind this. Carmen Carnero and Gleb Melnikov, who left Black Cat to do this. And it's going to be split up into 2 stories because this book is going twice monthly with issue 13.
Damn.
Carmen Carnero, Gleb Melnikov, Incarcerated Iron Man story, and then the War Machines story. So each artist will be handling their respective story, and this will release twice monthly. Issue 700 of Iron Man will come out next year, and they're making sure of it by dropping this 2 times a year or 2 times a month.
Oh my god, that's so funny.
That's part of the marketing of it too. It's like we're rocket launching the 700, which I do not like bi-weekly comics. I think it's too much, especially without a change in price. Like that's a lot. That being said, I do like the Iron Man run so far, and I think Gleb joining it based on the double page preview cover that he did. It looks good. I'm a big fan of Gleb, and those 2 did work on Robin together, the Damian book. So they have a history together as a creative team. So that's exciting. So I'm of 2 minds about this. I'm excited for the content. I don't like the reasons to just skyrocket 700 and the fact that it's biweekly. It's too much.
Yeah, I'm not locked in on this series. I feel like if they feel like they have, the runway, people are picking this up that much and are clamoring for more, cool. But, if we're just trying to get to a anniversary number, that feels it just feels for like the wrong reasons.
I'm pretty much done with bi-weekly. Like, I just think that's too much for when you're talking about comics being $5 a piece. There's no way. Like, I like the Iron Man book. I'm enjoying it quite a bit. There's no fucking way it's worth $10 a month. Sorry.
Yeah, JetX just commented, Marvel, this book is not good enough, and Tony doesn't have pull like that to do bi-weekly. I literally have to drop this book while I'm enjoying it because I'm not spending $10 a month on Iron Man.
That's my problem. It's I like the book, but I'm not doing that.
That's the cost of a streaming subscription,
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy actually to think about that.
Those stories better be fucking crazy.
That's actually wild that you said that, because that means you could spend you have upwards of like 40 to 100 hours of content.
I know. Again, I hate calling it content and putting it into numbers. I know you're a numbers guy, but yeah.
Yeah, well, goodbye Iron Man from my pull list, unfortunately.
We'll miss you.
Yep.
I'm gonna keep reading it because I'm a freaking masochist.
Let's spin the wheel one more time. We haven't spun it in a little bit, and we owe a couple more, so let's do that.
Marco's Minute.
How about some
It's
water?
it's a Marco one, but it's Lie to Marco.
Oh, you can't do it. I don't think you can do it. I think you're too scared to do it.
Wow. You think we're too scared to lie to you?
Yep.
Ooh.
That's definitely not.
There's got to be some San Diego Comic-Con related news to Lie to Marco about.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, actually, there was some pretty big news. Actually, it's not. I mean, it's comic book show related, Marco. And that was the Lanterns trailer came out, which actually revealed a couple of things about the show coming out. So we knew it was the very beige lanterns with Hal and John there, but they did showcase that a couple of the villains are showing up. We got our first look at Sinestro in the trailer, Marco. But not only that, they did show Dex Star as well. So we know that there are at least the Yellow Lantern Corps and the Red Lantern Corps showing up. So that should be exciting.
You know what's funny about this is I haven't seen the trailer, so I don't know if you're lying or not.
Am I trying to figure out the lie in this?
Yeah, tell me where I lied. Or did I lie?
I think okay. So I did see in the Discord somebody put up a whole bunch of something gleb whatever and gave out like a bunch of different names for I believe lanterns. Based on that, I'm going to assume that we saw Dexstar, but we didn't see Sinestro.
Okay. You could not be more wrong. We see Sinestro, and of course there's no Dexstar in it. Have you seen this fucking show?
Dang it.
It's the most boring piece of shit ever. And they're going to put a
Doesn't
cool
even have the
cat in
color
it.
green.
Yeah. They're going to put a blue cat in it. They don't have blue in the budget. Sinestro does show up, though. Yeah.
That's kind of crazy.
Wow, yeah.
Was he yellow at least?
He's in a prison outfit, but he is pink.
Okay. I've always thought he was more of like a crimson.
He's got like sunburn energy, you know? Like
Okay.
hot honey ham.
Yeah. Like I stayed out a little too much.
Yeah.
One more wheel spin.
All right. We got one coming. Oh, there it is, Sean. Drink up.
Yay. Everybody drink something. I don't care what you got. Drink it up right now because the wheel has spoken.
For what it's worth, I thought the Lanterns trailer was the closest I will get to maybe being interested in the show. It at least got me in a better direction than previously.
Nice positive.
So we've got the Eisners to talk about. The Eisners went down last night. It's the big award show that our industry has, hosted every year at San Diego Comic-Con. There are a bunch of categories. We're definitely not going to run through them all, but we will talk about the big hits, the big winners and losers. DC, the biggest winner here. They got the most wins.
Yeah.
They won in 10 different categories, which is nuts. Image took 4 wins, and we had a bunch of people inducted into the Hall of Fame, which I love. So there were 19 inductees chosen by the judges for deceased creators. Edwina Dunn, Ollie Harrington, Don Heck, Abe Kenigson, Paul S. Newman, Hector Germain Osterheld, Tom Palmer Sr., and Jimmy Swinnerton. Living creators are Bob Bowling, Jerry Conway, Dennis Cowan, Mike Frederich, Lee Mars, Go Nagai, Bud Plant, Mike Royer, Dave Sim, Carol Taylor, and Rick Veitch.
Oh,
your boy.
Hey, well, also, Hector Edman Osterheld is the Eternaut creator, Argentinian commentarist.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
That's awesome.
And then the Hall of Fame, the Voters' Choice Hall of Fame, went to Colleen Duran, Jeff Smith, Chris Ware, and Akira Toriyama.
Wow, Colleen Duran, who I have a commission of.
Very good commission too.
Very good.
Yeah.
Also, what do you think about when you hear Akira Toriyama, Marco?
Akira!
No. Oh my. How do you fuck that one up? Marco, that's the Dragon Ball Z guy.
No,
I was expecting you to do the power up you were doing earlier in the show.
No, that was for Maximum X-Men. That's not what it was for.
Okay.
So let's get into it. Let's talk about some of these Eisner Award winners. The biggest one I think that people are talking about is Best Single Issue One Shot, which featured Absolute Martian Manhunter #1, Assorted Crisis Events #4. Oh my God, yeah. Coin Op #10, Ice Cream Man #43, Something is Killing the Children, a monster walks into a bar, #1. And the winner, Absolute Batman 2025 annual #1.
Oh wow, nice. Okay.
That tracks.
Definitely agreed with that.
Oh, but Sorted Crisis Events #4 was so good.
Yeah.
I get it though. I get it.
Actually, you know what? Shit, man. I might think it should be Ace #4.
I think so.
But
I
that
think,
annual was so impactful.
yeah, I think just for its impact, the annual really makes the most sense. And like it was really cool to see Dan Warren Johnson kind of like, I did see a couple of the quotes of his speech, and I think of the time, I think that it should be that one.
Yeah.
And like,
DWJ talked about how, he had one idea for the story when they approached him. He told his editor, Katie Kubert, this is what I want to do. If they don't want to do it, that's cool, but this is the only story I have, and it's the only one I'm interested in telling. And she went to bat and fought, I don't know how hard it was of a fight, but they got it. And it was, an amazing issue. So hats off to DC for allowing it, and hats off to the creative team for nailing it.
yep.
Best continuing series featured Storm, Power Fantasy, FML, Department of Truth, fuck yes, Absolute Wonder Woman, and the winner, Absolute Batman.
I put my Polymarket bet on an Absolute title winning, so I think I was a safe bet.
I am surprised only in the sense that I feel like, typically speaking, the most commercial books don't succeed at the Eisners. So the fact that the most commercial book is also the book that won is pretty cool.
Did it win last year?
I don't recall.
Let's see. I think it might have won last year too.
I think it's the best comic. And I know not everybody agrees with that, but I've been saying that since issue 1. And it hasn't changed. I think Absolute Batman is the best comic. And I think that when it's all said and done, we're going to be talking about this as a legendary title.
Oh, no. Last year, continuing series in 2025. That's this category, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was the Santos sisters that won. So that's the one that's like, oh, it's the artsy, one that would people like. It wasn't even nominated. Detective Comics was nominated by Rob B.
That's crazy.
But
that's crazy.
But you know what was nominated? Ultimate Spider-Man was nominated.
Not on this list this year.
No thanks.
No, not on the Schronzers.
No. But yeah, great for that creative team, much deserved. And hats off to everyone who was nominated. Best limited series, you got Beneath the Trees Where Nobody Sees, Rite of Spring, Bronze Faces, Crownsville, Everything Dead and Dying, and Out of Alcatraz, and the winning series, to the surprise of probably nobody, Absolute Martian Manhunter.
Yeah. That was the gimme. Did you guys know you could actually put Polymarket bets on at San Diego Comic-Con announcements?
Did
I
you
don't even
really?
know what
Could you really?
Polymarket is.
It's like Kalshi. It's predictive betting, predictive gambling. Yeah.
Oh, dang, I only have Kalshi. Ugh.
No, I was in Discord the other day, and we were looking through it, and it's
I thought they were
bad.
making
It's
jokes
bad.
about it.
Everything's gambling. Everything's gambling, and that's horrible.
Wow. Of this makes the most sense. I have yet to read Out of Alcatraz. I think you're a big fan of that one, right, Sean?
Yes, love it.
Yeah.
Great.
And Tyler Crook on it. But I did like Everything Dead and Dying a lot. That was
Mhm.
really good. But comparatively, I get it.
Yeah. Best new series had Batman, Volume 4. That's pretty crazy. Black Cat, Exquisite Corpses, Ghost Pepper, Temporal, and the winner, Assorted Crisis Events.
Hey,
There we go.
let's go.
Double winner for Dennis Camp.
Yeah, love that.
Geez, he needs to get an continuing series so he can sweep it next time.
Yeah, I'm hoping that Shadow of the Bat ends up being ongoing just for that. And you guys can chime in if there's something that I'm skipping over that you really wanted to talk about, but I'm just kind of moving through to what I find the most interesting. I really want to shout out best comics related periodical / journalism, Canon, Comic Book Creator, Dummy, Shelf Dust, Soul Rad, and the winner, sketched by our boy David
Hell
Harper.
yeah.
Congratulations to David.
Look at him. That's cool. That's going to be in the background of all of his interviews now.
Yeah, as it
Rightfully,
should, man.
rightfully so.
Yeah, that's a huge win. Best writer: Dennis Camp, Scott Snyder, Kelly Thompson, James Tynan, Stephanie Williams, and the winner, Mariko Tamaki.
That one was surprising. Mostly because the what she's credited with here was the This Place Kills Me from Abrams. I haven't read it, so I just don't know. I have read Mariko Tamaki stuff that is phenomenal and really good, but I haven't read this, so this is just an unknown to me.
With Nicole Gaux, right?
I couldn't tell you. I've never heard the book.
I interviewed her, Nicole, at SPX a few years ago.
Oh, okay.
I would like to read it. I haven't read it, but this is where I get in. This is where I struggle with the Eisners because it's like no one's heard of this. Like Dennis Camp blew us away with 3 different titles this year that were all insane.
That's where I'm at. Where like it's just like the sheer numbers and consistency in Camp. Like even Ultimates, and Endgame. Take it for what it's worth. I think that is a victim of circumstance, but those books are written well.
Yeah,
So like, hey, he's got next year. I don't think he's slowing down anytime soon. So and plus next year you will have Bleeding Hearts probably on the Eisner's list. So,
oh sure,
I would have been happy with, to be honest, anyone else winning. It's not, and it's no shade against Mariko Tamaki. I'm sure she's a great person and she is a great creator.
yeah.
It's just like, man, all these credits. You look at James Tynan, this man's working for nothing.
He's working for a lot. That dude, you saw the outfit he had walking into that that Image after party at New York Comic Con.
Yo,
I genuinely don't know if I've ever seen someone pull up to any function looking more like a boss than James Tynan looked that night.
You ever watch Mystery Men, Sean?
Yes, of course.
It's like when Casanova Frankenstein walks in.
Yo, he had hoes.
Yeah.
He had hoes.
Well, I don't like to,
I'll say it. He had hoes.
He might have
James
like
Tynan
he
had
might have had
groupies.
he had like those.
Well, okay, whatever you want to call them, Tynan had them. They were there. I saw them.
rolling up. He had like this and like this.
He had baddies.
One was Michael Walsh.
I wanted to I did want to shout out the best graphic album, and on this one was Shadow of Seas, Kathy Malkajan, More Weight, A Salem Story. This has been Wiki. Garden of Spheres by Linnea Stert. I know a lot of people on Discord have been a big fan of her work. Real good stuff. The Fable of Erkling Woods by Juji Ba. Canon by Lee Lai, which I have and haven't yet read. But the winner, Jerome, by Jesse Lonergan. So huge shout out because that book slaps.
Man, Eisner's getting that Jerome.
Hey, yo, go check out the interview. Real good.
Sean, I wanted to shout out a win here.
Yeah.
And where is it? It was Best Multimedia Artist, I believe it was. Best Painter / Multimedia Artist, which I think is a great category. And the winner was Martin Simmons for Department of Truth for his medium.
Nice.
I love that. Yeah, I love it. Best Writer Artist, you had Juniba, Jesse Lonergan, Chang Sheng Yan, Linnea Sturt, Kazumi Yamashita. This was won by Jamal Campbell for Zatanna.
Okay.
Huh.
All right.
I mean, this is probably which Zatanna is it?
It would have been the
mini, right?
One from last year.
Yeah.
Oh,
that shit was pretty good, actually. I'll give him that. That one was good.
When are they going to make a category that we can win?
Best YouTube live stream.
Yeah.
There it is.
Near mint condition.
Fair. Fucking fair, man.
Yeah.
What else? We got Best Penciler Inker or Penciler Inker Team. Elsa Chartier, Sean Phillips, Chris Somney, Hayden Sherman, Eric Zawadsky, with the winner being Javier Rodriguez.
That is a stacked lineup. Jesus Christmas.
I don't think you can really go wrong with any of those winners.
Yo, Distillery getting a shout out there for Elsa Chartier for A City Beneath Your Feet. Good looking
There
book,
you go.
if you can find it.
Yeah, where to buy it?
You have Best Color Artist, which featured Junie Bond, Nick Dragata, Francesco Francavilla, Mateus Manhanini, Hayden
yeah.
Sherman, and once again, Javi Rodriguez taking it
Does he
for
have?
Absolute Martian Manhunter, Batman Robin Year One,
Ooh.
number 7, and New Gods number 8.
Does he have 3 wins? This,
Sounds
It
like
looks
it.
like it. Yeah.
yeah, because of the book, and then 2 art wins. That's nuts.
Mhm.
Jeez.
Yeah.
He's crushing it, dude.
Best Coloring, Nina Kupenda Gaillard, Jesse Lonergan, Matthias Lopez, Javi Rodriguez, and Jose Villarrubia, with the winner being, once again, Jordi fucking Belair, who wins everything, and she should.
I got to imagine there's like a table in Jordy's apartment that is like has a leg that's like a little too short, and there's just an Eisner propping it up at this point.
Yeah.
She
Like-
just has
like-
him in the closets, like open up the pantry, just like,
yeah. You go into the bathroom and like the toilet paper roll is on an Eisner.
Damn.
Oh, that
Yeah,
one?
there's
That's my
two-
back scratcher.
Yeah.
Best Lettering, Janice Chang, Clayton Cowles, Nate Picos, Ben Wiki, and the winner, Hassan Otsman El How. Big
Yeah.
shock.
I mean,
Yep.
look at his credits here. We got fucking Absolute Martian Manhunter, Challengers of the Unknown, DCKO, The Flash, Green Arrow, Poison Ivy, Beneath the Trees, Starship Godzilla, Author Immortal, Art Sustained Heart. Like he's in every. He's got his fingers in every pie. There's not enough fingers. He's putting his toes in them.
Robert, this is based on the actual results because the event happened last night.
Yeah.
Which I thought it used to be on Saturdays. No,
I
actually,
don't remember.
you probably can't do it with Hall H presentations on Saturdays. You can't have those
Yeah.
back to back. Yeah,
And we typically always are able to talk about the announcement, the winners and losers.
It's
So
true. That's true.
yeah, maybe next year we'll be able to win one, but until then we'll keep trucking along.
That's right.
Congrats to all the winners and losers. It's still an honor to be nominated, of course, and it's an incredible night for DC in particular. We owe one more wheel spin, then I can read the origin, and then we can play the GOAT game. So we've got more to do. Do not go anywhere. We still got over 170 of you.
Oh, here we go. Marco, you got a minute?
Yeah.
Okay. When you're ready.
So remote work, right? I'm
Oh,
so
boy.
grateful that I, this past week got to work from home probably the whole week. I was sick last week, and then my fiance almost broke her tooth. Basically, they had to get it pulled out, and so I was very, very grateful for my place of employment. The thing that I provide shareholder value for, the thing that grants me the food that I eat, the boot that I lick, and so super grateful for everything the related there, and that I can continue to enjoy it, because it's a shame that other places don't have the same sort of access and don't have the same sort of kindness that they would towards their employees, and I frankly find that horrific, disgusting, and just rude.
Man, this is Marco's payback for me calling him out on his audio earlier. He's making fun of me now that my job just eliminated all remote work. Damn.
Thank you,
Rub it
Marco.
in.
With a salty lemon.
As a reminder, this Tuesday, the 28th, we're going to be talking about Spider-Man One More Day in our book club. So make sure you guys get your reads for that. We're going to be talking about Back in Black, One More Day, One Moment in Time.
And there is a very small chance you might see us later tonight.
Right. So if anything insane, like unbelievably groundbreaking, knock your socks off, can't believe it, is announced tonight, then at least Tyler and I will be back live. And maybe we can snag someone else. but that's the current plan. It would have to be remarkable
Yeah.
for us to jump on. But if it is, you can bet that we will be here. So,
I'm thinking that time Marvel showed the timeline, with everyone on stage. Like, if we get like another one of those,
yeah.
then maybe.
Yeah. Okay, let's go ahead and celebrate the rest of our patrons, the people who make this show possible, by supporting us at the Join the Pals tier or better. That is how you get your name shouted out here and get recognized live on the show by me in this case. Amin the Almighty Perez, Houston the Century Kid Murphy, Young Dende, Faith Fighter DeWoody, Cosmic November, Carter the Owl Shogunate, Steve Swarm Canaris, Scripture the Wardens of the Word, Jack of Some Trades Cloutier, Emperor MD Huani, Mad Max Pliskin, Jack Grimstone Grimmy, Eli the Mothman, Patrick the Inspiration Zay, the Captain Chris Collective, Ray Lytle, Superjob, Integray, Ash the Golem, Just Unseen, and joining the Palsverse today, we've got Brian Powers Acosta. Powerless. Most people are powerless to control their destiny. In our world, even fewer people are imbued with the power to fly, or see through walls, or run at the speed of light. But what about a man who has all the powers? How would the world deal with a man like that? Brian was a brilliant scientist with a specialty in chemistry. He was gifted and talented, but it wasn't enough. Nothing ever was. Brian wanted what he saw on the television screen, what he could see outside his window. Real power. Why were there so many people gaining abilities beyond their wildest dreams, while Brian was forced to live out his days as a simple human being? His mind could not accept that there were people walking this earth with the power to own their own destinies, while he, intelligent as he was, still had masters. He would find a way. He would work tirelessly, well outside his paid hours, in secret, to discover a way to manufacture powers. It must have been possible. There is no way this many people are empowered naturally. He alienated his family and friends, lost weight, and largely shambled around. His body was tired, but his mind was sharp, constantly seeking solutions to problems he'd encountered with his equations. There were numerous failed attempts, but nothing would stop Brian's ambition. Until one day, he decided he had had enough. He would test his theory on himself. He would take the pill that either held the key to his freedom or the last vestige of his hope. One way or another, his life would change forever on this day. With a little hesitation, he put the pill in his mouth and swallowed a gulp of water. This was his moment of truth. Nothing. He paced for 5 minutes and nothing happened. Just as he was about to allow himself to feel defeat, his body involuntarily lurched forward. He fell to his knees and held his stomach. Something was happening to him, and rapidly. Oh my God. Oh God, what? Brian's body began to catch fire. His hands, his arms, his legs, he was burning alive. He let out a horrifying scream as he observed his right arm fully inflamed. Though shockingly, he realized he felt no pain. The fire spread quickly to the surfaces around him. The entire room would be engulfed in flames soon. As the fire blazed around him, Brian began to lose consciousness. And meanwhile, the entire building burned. He awoke in a hospital bed. That was confirmation that what he just experienced was real. He quickly got himself discharged and went home, where he had more of the pill stashed away. He took another. This time, Brian could see through walls. Nothing limited his vision now. It was remarkable, and this time he didn't pass out. After its effects wore off, he downed another pill. Now he could create small balls of energy in his hands. He threw them and obliterated his television and damaged the wall. Brian was pleased with himself. He had done it. He now had all the powers in the palm of his hands. What would he do with them? Whatever the hell he wants. Thank you, Brian, for joining the Palsverse, and congratulations on having every power. I want one.
I'll take one
Pop a
too.
pill.
It's like Miraclo.
Yeah. That was cool.
Thank you. If you would like an origin of your own, the only way to get one is to join the Palsverse. You can do so by heading on over to patreon.com/thecomicspals and click the Join the Palsverse tier or greater. Thank you guys for listening to that. Let's play the GOAT game, because you guys got us there. You do it pretty much every Saturday, which we love you for and thank you so much for. We are going to play the GOAT game now. We're going to spin the wheel. One or many of us will be challenged to tell you why the given character is the greatest of all time.
Okay. So who's the character going to be? Who's in the pal that has to talk about this going to be?
Yes, Maddie, we are still live.
Oh, no.
It's a solo Sean.
Oh, thank God.
Which is fair because I haven't gone in a while. So
it's been a while. It's been a while.
That makes sense.
All right. So people are feeling Cody in the chat, Sean. So who's it gonna be? It was at Batman before. I haven't rolled it yet though. So imagine that'd be the easiest fucking thing ever. All right.
I could do that.
Who is the character gonna be that Sean has to cape for?
Don't let it be some bullshit.
Motherfucker, it's Joker.
No way.
Out of all,
It
like
started on
literally.
Batman and arrived at Joker. You fucking kidding me?
Damn, come on. We just gave Sean the easiest thing ever. I always want to say he has to say why Joker's the worst of all time.
Well, listen, man. We done said we're playing GOAT. We're giving GOAT.
We did. All right, Sean, take it away. Oh, well,
Okay.
someone get the fucking poll ready, I guess. This is gonna be.
Here we go.
I was hoping
The
for Luffy.
Joker, Batman's greatest arch enemy, the villain of all villains. Let me tell you something about the Joker. There are only two well-known, universally known villains. One of them is Darth Vader. The other is the Joker. Whether it's his costume, whether it's his smile, whether it's his freaking flower lapel that shoots poison, whether it's the fake gun that shoots a bang, the Joker is known for shenanigans, but also for being one of the most terrifying villains in history. One of Batman's most challenging villains, and he has no powers. He's killed Jason Todd, shot Batgirl, made Batman's life a living hell for 60 some odd years. This villain is unstoppable. Boom.
He was
That's
2
why the
seconds over,
Joker-
guys. Keep that in mind.
Yes, forget that I said he's unstoppable. Let me start the poll. Here we go.
Minus penalty. Super jump. What about Satan?
That's true. At least Joker is number 2.
Yeah, top 3 villains.
Yeah, fair. Satan. Fair. Okay. Yes or no? Did I convince you that Joker's the GOAT? There the poll is. We'll let this run for a little bit. Why is Luffy the GOAT? Dude, who is that?
Oh,
You're joking, Sean.
who's
No,
Luffy?
I think he's from. I genuinely don't know, but I think he's from One Piece. Is that correct?
He's the main
Yes.
character for One Piece, yeah.
Okay.
He's
All
the
right, cool.
guy.
It was either One Piece or Naruto. But Naruto's the main character.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Oh, I
You
googled
say
it
that
earlier.
like a mom.
What they do with that Naruto?
Oh, yeah, the Pokemans.
Earlier, I googled that Osama bin Laden had Naruto, had Bleach, and Dragon Ball.
Okay,
Good
all
stuff.
right. He had
Dude
the
was a
good stuff,
weeb.
yeah.
Osama bin Laden was a fucking weeb, dude.
Yeah.
See, I knew there was something wrong with all you motherfucking weebs. King Weeby McWeeb did 9/11.
It's true.
This
It's
motherfucker
true.
was watching the Cell games while he
Yeah.
was plotting 9/11.
Yeah.
Again, that's how
Yeah.
we'll do it.
He's like, well, spirit bombs don't exist, but
But
we could turn spirit air into a bomb.
no.
Why is this poll 50-50?
I think people are just hating on the Joker.
That's fucked up. 50-50. Sheesh. I can't win against no one. That's nuts. I can't call it yet because it's still 50-50. But this Tuesday, we're going to be doing our book club, the last book club of the month. We'll be talking about Amazing Spider-Man, One More Day, Back in Black, and One Moment in Time. Those should be fun. Oh my God. Uncanny
That's
Suit
crazy.
says Bin Laden had a copy of Identity Crisis. Bro was a sicko.
Yeah. He also had
First of
he had
all-
a copy of One Night in Paris as well.
First of all, both of those things came out after 9/11. So unless he's also a time traveler, which
But that's-
wouldn't surprise me that much, actually. On some Kang shit.
Yo, remember how crazy we were against Osama bin Laden as a country? Like, I remember going to a Taco Bell and the urinal cake was Osama bin Laden's face.
What?
So I had to like, as a kid, I'm pissing on this dude.
That's insane.
They had video games where like the objective would be to kill this guy. Like the idea of like killing another human being as revenge was so universal and just accepted.
Hell yeah. I still accept it.
The number
And now
one
in the year
op.
2026, we have the Punisher joining the Avengers.
He's the man we always needed. He's the man we needed back then.
Oh, trust me, we had stories about it.
No, Steve.
Oh my god. I heard Bin Laden like to make collages with comics panels.
Yeah, I remember when John Cena announced the Bin Laden's death. That was a big deal.
That was fucking incredible, dude. I remember when John Cena made
What was
that
his
announcement.
phrasing, Sean? Do you remember?
He had been Osama bin Laden had been oh shit, I can't remember the exact word.
Neutralized, compromised. Yeah.
He had been compromised, which what the fuck? John Cena, can you shut the fuck up and say he died?
In the middle of a match, right?
He was killed, not
Yeah.
in the middle of a match. He
Okay.
came out and yeah.
Did he say he got compromised to the ultimate end?
To a
or something?
permanent end.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Compromised to a permanent end.
I don't know. That kind of goes hard, Sean. I gotta say.
It actually does.
Yeah.
In the full text does kind of go hard, yeah.
As he's wearing camo pants, or camo jorts, you know.
Love it. All right, you guys voted for me barely. 56% yes, 44% no. Thank you for voting. We are going to get out of here. Thank you for hanging out with us so much. Tuesday, the book club. Thursday, we'll be here for Pals Pulls once again. And then August is a brand new month, and we're going to be cooking in August. We're going to be getting cooked by the weather outside, but we're also going to be cooking. So
Yo, people don't know what to do. John Cena's just like there with the mic, and people are like, people are,
Marco, I need you to go on Tubi. All right. I think this episode and every other episode previous to this shows that your pop culture knowledge is maybe not to mine or Sean's. And I think this is because of one thing. Sean, did you ever watch the I Love the Decades shows?
I did.
That's what Marco needs to watch. They're on Tubi. Start from the 80s and go all the way to the 2000s. Learn about Monchichi. Learn about Tamagotchi. Learn about
I know
the
what
Jersey
Tamagotchi.
Shore, you know?
Manjichi.
Okay, while Marco Googles, we're going to say goodbye. Until next time.